We're back. Ow. That was very loud. Okay, we won't press that button then. Hi, y'all. Welcome back. It's Genshin time. Have B should be joining us within a few minutes, but for now, we're gonna go continue some. What's this? Over twig. Over the center. Oh, that's right. Right. Sad things happened last week. Very sad things indeed. But now this should be. I know B and Lexus had some things that they wanted me to do before we go to Fontaine, so hopefully they'll be here before we finish all the conversations that the game wants us to have, which is a lot of them. Nahida! Friend!
Nahida! Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
About the Akasha.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
Nahida said no internet. We're getting rid of it. It's caused too many issues. There's too much porn.
But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity.
Oh wait, no, it's misinformation. The porn's fine.
Paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia.
Headmaster Nahida.
The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Hi, Arlette. Hello, hello. How are you doing?
You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Did you take the gnosis?
You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation.
How? Is my question?
However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor.
Why is he so strong?
I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place.
Ah, the Heavenly Principles are fucking cops. Got it.
And as for what
Or the people who control the cops. One or the other. Or both.
The exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the god of wisdom.
Alright, we should have a bee here very soon. They were having some tech issues.
He's still
Where's the ball eater?
I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather.
Scattered around Italy? Wait, no, that was Assassin's Creed.
I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, He has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
Can his fate be determined by him, at least? I feel like he deserves that much. Like, he was kind of a jackass, yeah, but like... Can he decide his own fate? Is that possible?
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
We have a B in the voice chat.
I'm just getting my stuff, then I'm gonna go get my ice cream.
We're asking Nahida about Fontaine.
It's
The place that you said not
fun.
to go to yet.
No,
Well, I mean,
there's a
you
chief
could, but it's
justice
just
in
we just got stuff to
Fontaine.
do first.
We got
Generally
stuff.
speaking, the Hydra Archon, Fossilor,
Which,
will preside over
before we do that
individual
stuff, we
trials.
have to go back to Inazuma.
We have to do the Sarai Storm Chasers?
No, we have to do Kazuha's quest.
That's what his story quest?
Yes.
However,
Alright.
even then, Fossilor will still make herself present at just about every trial.
Because his
It
quest
seems
is
that she
required
just
to
likes
do
immerse
the
herself in that sort of
this
atmosphere.
next interlude.
Interesting.
As Archon, she still
It's
reserves the right
intertwined,
to
that's why.
pronounce the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got
Aren't you saying that something about
unique
Folklore is...
personality.
What were you even saying about
She
her
is
in our
she is
personal
my
Discord?
she is my favorite girl failure.
I thought I was your favorite girl failure. Hold on a second.
Look, she's something else. She is like Fischl, but times 10.
Official's already pretty damn chuny. I didn't know you could get more than that.
Well, she's Fischl if she was a god.
So official, but like... legit.
It's weird. I'd say Fischl's technically more legit than her.
I mean, official calls herself a princess, I guess, not a god, so...
Are
There,
you sure?
there's a
Isn't
lot
there
going on in
something else
Fontaine.
you
We don't know what the
haven't
fuck's
asked about
going on with the Archon situation.
Huh? You mean about your brother?
Yeah, that's kind of the thing we forgot about all of Sumeru.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
While we were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
But we both came from beyond the Sea of Stars. We came from Honkai, apparently, or something, I don't know.
There is a theory, and it's very interesting. I'll show you the video later.
It's just the very specific wording of from beyond the Sea of Stars.
Yeah. Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be
I mean,
anything on her
it's
or
very much a
her
crack
brother.
theory, but I will find the video. It's still
But
very, very funny.
crack theories are still fun, alright? Especially when it comes to fucking Hoyoverse,
Oh,
alright?
fuck.
There's possibilities.
Hold on.
But also, wouldn't Irminsul have the recent memories of her brother?
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you.
Ha! I am an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
However, there must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him
I
after
feel like it
all.
should have recorded information on me. I beat the shit out of a giant dragon, an ancient dead, well, supposed to be dead god, a currently living god, and now a new god. I fought a lot of gods in this game.
It's not gonna stop anytime soon.
Good.
What?
Oh my god, I get lost in this place so much. Where's this fucking elevator?
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
How was that possible? We journeyed the Sea of Stars all our lives until we came here. How could he possibly hail from Teyvat? Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories? Or is it this world that has done something to him? I mean, if he's been here for 500 years and was there at Conria like I think he is, it kind of makes sense.
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
The fuck am
I also
going?
keep forgetting that Genshin Impact is a goddamn isekai.
To a point, yeah.
That keeps slipping my mind.
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria.
Called it.
After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
You related to the Abyss?
Even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
The what now?
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right?
Yes, very.
A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
Raise his hand.
Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
Excuse me? What do you mean
I
for?
need to find it because I think there's like a speculated list.
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
God? That bitch owes me money.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
Shh, it's okay. You don't need to think. Calm down, emergency rations. It's fine.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Time to reflect on what you've said.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru.
More like in about 10 seconds.
I'm very interested in
As soon as this
future.
conversation's done.
It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by
Hi,
this
Maya.
world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
We were one conversation away from being complete last week. We were that close. God damn it. To be fair, we were already an hour over time, so... fine.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
To be fair, that's kind of our fault. I'm gonna blame us on that one. Okay,
yeah,
so we have interlude chapter from Act 2 that... well, we still have to do this.
Yeah, we have to do both Ride Act 2 and we have to do Ito for that.
And then there's the Nightbird Falls.
This one we have to do Kazuha.
So you want us to do these before we go to chapter 4?
Specifically in Version of Genesis.
Does this one not matter?
This one is good to do because this one's just fun because it's good story. Like all of those are good story. I mean, Carabear we also need to do too, but in Version of Genesis is best to do first.
Okay, but this one still has. We're not done with chapter 3 yet. We're not done with Sumeru.
Yeah.
We're not done with Sumeru.
Like, and I say in Version of Genesis is better to do first only because like was release order. Because Care Bear was like the last one to come.
Care Bear?
Care Bear.
I feel like I'm hearing you say sounds and I don't know what you're doing.
Kari Bear.
Kari Bear?
The first one. Kari Bear.
Oh, this. Okay. I thought you were talking on with the interludes. So we should do this before
Yeah, I said,
we do this?
Just for well, for the sake of me continuity's sake. I mean, technically, Perilous Trial came out before either of those, but
Well,
still,
yes.
Perilous Trial is just it's a thing we can do on the side. Since we have to do 2 story quests for
Okay,
that
so
one.
so what should we do right now? Should we do Care Bear or should we do Inversion of Genesis?
I just think, like, personally, Inversion of Genesis, but before we have to do Kazuha's story quest before
That's
we can do that. Which is actually nice because I will say you get a free weapon out of doing this quest.
Complete the prerequisite quest in Paranatrix Umbrosa Chapter Act 1.
I forgot so many things are locked behind
Actually,
doing the
right.
Archons.
That's
Raiden. That's Raiden.
That's Act 2. We need Act 1. This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so Imperatrix Umbrosa.
Yeah, so a lot of things you will need to do a lot of the story quests because a lot of things end up locked behind them.
Here it is. Alright then, we're doing some story quests.
Also, not to mention, it's a lot of free primos.
Free primos, you know I need primos.
Free primos and some free items.
Consequences could be catastrophic.
And with all the grinding I've been doing recently.
It's not that we're unwilling to do our part. We just don't have any spare hands right now. I hope you can understand.
Exactly. So let's keep the discussion going and see if we can find a solution.
Hey, Toma! What's going on?
Hello you two. We were just talking about what an impact you've made in Inazuma.
Are you mocking me?
Greetings. Thank you both again for delivering Miss Hiragi's letter that time.
Hold on, you didn't answer my question.
Ah, so they're friends of yours. I'm Master Kamaji's servant. Call me Ippe.
Sounds like you're having some trouble.
The Tri-Commission's work used to consist of gathering information for the Shogun and carrying out any duties she assigned. But recently, she announced that she wishes to spend some time in solitude and self-reflection. Since she is refusing to receive any visitors, there is no one to tell us what to do. We all understand if the Shogun needs some quiet time to gather her thoughts. The only problem is, in the meantime, the thunderstorm out at sea has been getting wilder.
Wait, is this the one that gets rid of the storm?
No, that in itself is another side quest.
Is that Sarai Storm Chasers?
Yes.
Should we do that? Let me ask that a different way. Should we do that on stream?
If you want to, you have to do that to unlock the boss.
Yep,
we don't even
that's
have
the
her
one.
yet.
And all the time it's been there, the storm has never
Well, I mean,
changed
it's for
from shape
Raiden
to
and
size.
Sara.
But now,
Oh, that's right.
it seems to be drawing closer to Inazuma.
Game audio just a tad.
What? So her will's changed and she wants to destroy Inazuma now?
Oh yeah, that's why it's also good to do each story quest, because each story quest is like, that's a free 60 primos right there.
Okay, 60's not a lot, I'm gonna be real.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That being said,
I mean, that's also like not counting, I'm pretty sure also I think you get like a lot of achievements during them, and it's just good story.
that's fair.
Which would also be pretty scary.
I don't think you need to worry about that. The reason we're concerned is that we've never known the almighty Shogun's will to falter before.
Considering Liyue's god left not too long ago, it's hard not to take it as a bad sign.
Got left, died. Technically left, but no, everyone thinks he died.
Oh yeah, it's 60 plus you're going to be getting a lot of like, there are a lot of domains and chests and stuff.
Ooh.
The fact that she won't see anyone right now makes us concerned that things are only going to get worse.
Also, most of them are also like good just trial runs of the characters.
Right. So, before rumors start spreading, Miss Kamisato got me
Your
to come
wife?
here and discuss countermeasures with
My
the Tenryou
queen.
Commission.
You're right,
My
I
beloved.
apologize.
Sure
Your
we're
queen,
prepared to
not your
deal with
wife.
the chaos if and when it arrives.
Unfortunately, the reality is that the Tenryou Commission is facing huge internal instability at the moment. The Kujo clan has lost control over the other clans.
Boy, that fucked me up for a second, because my brain is just like the fucking JoJo Kujos? Me in the middle of fucking reading Stone Ocean. Main character Jolene Kujo, it's like, oh fuck.
Huh? Why is that?
The Kujo clan is still awaiting the Shogun's trial for colluding with the Fatui and nearly destroying the whole of Inazuma.
Oops.
Everyone knows that a change of commissioner is inevitable. It's just a matter of time before the almighty Shogun hands down her decree.
To put it simply, no one will take orders from the Kujo clan anymore. but there's still work that
I
has
think
to be
Alexis
done.
would be pissed at me when I find. Does Alexis know that I'm reading JoJo's?
I don't know. I didn't even know.
Oh, she might be pissed at me then. When she finds out. You remember that time she tried to get us to watch it, and I watched the first 3 episodes. I was like, eh. And now I'm reading the manga. And I've read 5 whole parts already. Which, to be fair, I've been reading them slowly for a while, but still.
If Mr. Takayuki was in better health, there might be a way through. But now,
My lack of ability is to blame. I failed to uncover the truth in time, and I failed to stop my father. And now, as acting head of the clan, I'm failing to quell the unrest.
don't blame yourself, Master. You have to at least keep your chin up until your older brother returns. The Kujo clan can't cope with any more instability in its current state.
Yes, you're right. Masahito has enough on his plate at the moment. Mustn't cause any more issues for him. Okay, Toma, let's revisit this discussion in a few days. Right now, I need to go visit Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa clan. He's the only one capable of taking charge of the situation now.
I suppose. Well, okay, no problem. A speedy resolution to the Tenryo Commission's internal issues is in our best interest as well.
I'll come with you, Master.
No need. I'll handle this by myself.
Oh, okay. Take care then. Come back soon.
This poor guy is just like, wait, no, take me with you.
If you think about it, both the thunderstorm situation and the issue with the Tenryo Commission have been caused by the Shogun's decision to take some time off, right? If things carry on like this, people will start to panic.
It'll be fine. We have a boat out of here, right?
Huh? You can actually do that?
Don't know for sure, but we may as well try. Whether she takes us up on the offer or not will depend on what mood she's in.
That's the thing. JoJo's became this thing for me where it's like, I don't know how much I'm enjoying this, but it's bizarre enough and just good enough for me to be like, yeah, I'll keep reading. It's fucking weird. I don't know how
Bizarre
much
adventure?
Huh? Mm-hmm.
A bizarre adventure?
It's incredibly bizarre adventure. It's like, it's a bunch of bizarre adventures. I'm on the 6th bizarre adventure.
Sounds like you guys know what to do. Shall I leave it up to you then?
It's just, it also, this keeps getting weirder somehow.
You know, everyone's worrying about the Shogun's condition, but if people got to see her in person, it would put their fears to rest. Thank you very much. I owe you one, again.
The way Paimon sees it, there's only one person who might have the chance to see the Shogun while she's isolating, right?
And she's currently in my party. She's also very gay for the Shogun.
Let's take a trip to the Grand
Bro.
Narukami Shrine.
Gay for the Shogun, and then the Shogun's very gay for her. But I mean, a lot of people are very gay for her. Burning my shot.
Right now. Emerge.
There is a... There's a Electroculus here somewhere. But where? See it on my map.
Below?
Probably below. Let's find out.
It might be below. It might be the one that's in a place you can't get on... Oh wait, can you get it?
Mm.
I actually don't remember. I don't remember if you have to do Raiden's Part 2 to actually even open that place yet, or you just need to do the Sakura tree to do it.
Not a damn clue.
It's one of the two. It's one of the two. It's I just remember it's behind the electro barrier.
The electro barriers are sometimes a pain in the butt.
I mean, they're not. You just need to level up the tree. That's it.
Hold on a second. Something here seems a little fishy. Then it goes off the wall anymore. Yeah. Here's the thing. I feel like there are multiple points that can happen. It just becomes a question of, what point are you thinking of, and is it one that I've seen yet? So, Up that tree, right? Oh damn, I need more sigils. Oh, that's right. I recently hit level 3. I still need to get. I need so many
No,
more.
these things are also a lot of free fates.
You're at the end of Stone Ocean. I'm chapter. Let me check. I can pull it up real fast. Where am I in Stone Ocean? Chapter 54, which is about a third of the way in.
I wasn't expecting to receive VIP shrine visitors during downtime. So I suppose you're here just to visit me?
Oh, absolutely. 100% yes, I
What a
was.
smooth talker. Though your eyes do not lie as convincingly as your tongue. You came because you need my help.
Hold on. I need to
didn't
put my
you?
sunglasses on because that way you can. No one will know what you're looking at. I just get way too close in. B, do you know that meme? Please say yes.
Of course I do.
Thank you.
Still, your answer has put me in a good mood. So tell me, what is the matter?
Hi, we need to talk to your wife.
We heard the Shogun decided to take a break, and since then the thunderstorm around Inazuma has gotten wilder. Rumor has it that the thunderstorm is affected by the Shogun's will, so people are worrying that something might be wrong with her.
And also, the Tenryou Commission needs your help.
All right. There's little purpose in keeping anything hidden from you anyway. Since the battle, the Shogun has been greatly troubled and her temperament has changed drastically.
What?
That's talking about Raiden Shogun and something's changed when her whole thing is never change. That's kind of a big deal.
Her power was already on the decline. Then you dealt her that fateful strike.
I didn't kill her. Very important note. She's not dead.
The defeat was a heavy blow to her. It also didn't help that I forgot to bring her some tricolor dango and light novels when I went to see her.
Look, you can't be doing that. You always need the dango and the fucking novels. I need more light novels.
Oh, the poor
You
thing.
need to still start reading
Without
Soul Spider
desserts
So
and
What,
books
the light
to
novel.
console herself with, she was so angry she quite simply lost it. Crying and ranting and raving. Oh, I could hardly bear to see her that way.
My brain can't imagine her acting this way.
You should.
To believe
You
that a
get more
guy
used to
who's
it when
so
if you have her in the
different
teapot.
acting like that?
Before you get too indignant, consider the fact that your concerns sound every bit as nonsensical to me as that blatant lie did to you.
Okay, okay.
Faye seeks eternity. To her, mortal lives come and go in the blink of an eye.
That was a lie. That makes
Of
sense
what
now. Okay, I was like,
consequence
what?
to her are mortal concerns for her well-being?
You're saying she's fine, right?
I don't know the details. She said she wanted to rest, and I have nothing pressing that requires her attention. So there is no reason to disturb her.
When you let the girlfriend sleep. Please let the girlfriend sleep. The girlfriend is so tired.
I have heard about the thunderstorm, though. As to the cause, it is not inconceivable that, as you suggest, her will has wavered somewhat.
Maybe she's gone stir crazy. No, maybe we should go check on
I
her.
am the only one in all of Inazuma who can visit her while she is resting. But tell me, why should this concern me? Why should I do this for you, when I already have everything one could ever want, and have seen everything one could ever wish to see?
Do it for A herself.
I
I
like
know
that
that you wouldn't.
answer.
You might do it for the people of Inazuma, but you're more likely to actually do it for her, you gay motherfucker.
Here is the pass permit. Show it to the Okuzumeshu at
Which
the
I just
gate,
realized is
and
actually a
he will
very
let you
apt
in.
description for her, because A is technically a mother.
Thanks, Miko.
My question was in jest, but since you answered it in earnest, please stay true to your word. Oh, and don't forget to return the pass permit to me after you have finished with it.
Timon, oops,
What's up?
No, I didn't know I was gonna get in this fight. I don't have my right team on. It's fine. Okay, never mind.
The Almighty Shogun has requested solitude. No visitors allowed.
Oh, we've got a pass permit from Miko.
Open up the permit, it just says, fuck you, I do what I want.
Don't be
For real.
ridiculous. Lady Guji never gives her pass permit to another person. Not even esteemed travelers like yourselves. Guji-ai is only authorized to hold that pass permit because of the trust that the Almighty Shogun places in her, and her alone.
Why don't you fucking take a look at it, motherfucker?
Her.
This is authentic.
Feel free to check with Miko.
Understood. Then as the Shogun has ordered, I must not stand in your way. Apologies. Please proceed.
Well,
Since the
to
Shogun
be
is resting
fair,
at
I
this time,
kinda get it.
please
After
be
what
especially
happened with
respectful.
Leah
Make sure
and
your
fucking
behavior
Child
is
in the
impeccable.
Forged Sigils of Permission.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello? Oh,
She's pacing back and forth.
I expected her to be like
She
meditating.
looks a little
Or sleep or something.
anxious.
She's
Hi,
me.
hold on, wait.
I do this exact shit.
This right here?
Just pacing. I do this exact shit.
What's funny is,
Like
hey
you're
look, your wife
walking-
is here to see you. Surprise, it was me.
How did you get in?
Your wife let me in.
Trespassers are to be eliminated at once.
Wait, no, it's us! Why are you treating us like we're your enemies?
Because we were her enemies not that long ago.
We made amends, didn't we? Also, we got in by totally legitimate means.
Denied. Use of force has been forbidden. Anyway, be gone. Do not disturb my solitude. That is of no concern. This is my recuperation state.
What do you make of this? She's acting strange, huh?
I keep forgetting that she's basically an android in this state.
This body has no need of rest, but I am an assistant to the one within. If she wishes to rest, I must follow her will.
I think that there's another boss person inside my body that I don't know about. Probably not.
Paimon gets it. So this is all A's doing. But why? Surely you going about your business doesn't interfere with the plane of Euthymia. She's got plenty of space in there. Seems like it would be the perfect place for rest and relaxation.
I do as she wishes. I can say no more than this.
Everyone's worried and wants to
I
see
cannot.
you.
In my current state, even if I went out, I could do nothing. I am currently unwilling to deal with any business. I am also incapable of it.
What do you mean by that?
It has been forbidden. Please refrain from making me talk any further.
Lips are sealed.
What should we do? It feels like this conversation is going nowhere.
Have you malfunctioned?
It's you too. It's been a while. The Shogun can't do much at the moment. Come straight in and see me.
Hello? Oh, hi, okay.
That was terrifying! Would it be so hard to give us a little warning first?
It's not your first time. I don't see what there is to be so alarmed about.
So, is the Shogun broken? Are you gonna get it fixed, or...?
I don't know why I find it so funny that they're talking about what is basically her body like this.
Don't worry. The Shogun's not broken. I've just temporarily disabled many of her functions. Currently, the Shogun is unable to handle any business and cannot appear as me. So the easiest solution was to announce that I am resting. As I said, I need to think about Inazuma's eternity, and thinking takes time. But the Shogun is still running based on her old rules. I can't allow her to make any mistakes while I am working things out.
Alright, you know,
Have you
fair.
tried turning it off and on again?
No, she was not created to ever be turned off.
I don't know, maybe that's your problem. Her batteries are getting low.
Furthermore, I had even
Where's the
predicted
plug-in
at the
port?
time that I may wish to modify the Shogun's operational rules at some point in the future. However, such changes would not be conducive to eternity. That's why the Shogun has a robust system to safeguard against modification. It's also to protect against unforeseen circumstances.
If I bop her on the head strong enough, will she be out of commission for a few minutes at least? Is that a good reset?
For now,
She'd probably
while I
kill
figure out
you.
the form that
I mean,
eternity
yeah,
should take,
but like...
it's more effective for me to temporarily disable some of the puppet's functions, rather than attempt to modify her rules.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! The thunderstorm's getting out of control because some of the Shogun's functions have been disabled!
The thunderstorm is getting out of control? This is the first I've heard of it.
Huh? Okay, well, let us bring you up to speed.
People may or may not be dying, I do not know.
I see. So the thunderstorm is drawing closer.
You can fix it, right?
It's just a minor error. This kind of thing was bound to happen. A small modification to the Shogun should fix it. Don't look at me like that. I've never had to tinker with the Shogun before, and she's very complicated. It's practically inevitable for something to go wrong when you start tweaking
Their fucking
things.
deadpan sayers are the best. No, Lexus, hi, how you doing? We have not done this yet. We were going to do this on stream.
Yes, that's it. I'm
We're
not
doing it
making
now.
excuses. It's the truth.
It's fine, just as long as you can fix it is all.
Not much. As before, I can see the way forward, yet there are still contradictions. But there is no urgency. To reach an ill-conceived verdict in haste, just for the sake of having reached one, would
Good
be
luck
a
on your work,
confusion of
Lexus.
priorities.
We'll see you later.
If everyone sees that the Shogun is in good health, it'll put all the speculation and rumors out there to rest. And who knows? A change of scenery might put you in a different mood and gives you some fresh inspiration.
You mean, leave the plane of Euthymia?
Haven't left in a very long
It's
time.
unnecessary, as far as I'm concerned. But since
Miko
you're
just
inviting
really
me,
wants A to touch
a
grass.
change of pace might well be nice.
The problem, yeah, I mean, there's no grass here in Euthymia.
All
Or
right, then.
sun. It's
I'll come
light.
out for a while. Oh, since the theme of the day is a change of pace, you can just call me A. I'm not a great fan of
A.
rigid titles.
So is the one that you can get from the wish her or the puppet?
It's the Raiden Shogun, but it actually, if you put you can still get some of her voice lines. And, like if you put her in the teapot, then inside the teapot will be A.
But playing as the character, you're playing as the puppet.
Yes.
Interesting.
What? But you're just A's consciousness, aren't you? Can consciousness actually leave this place?
I have my ways. I would never subject myself to imprisonment voluntarily.
Oh, great! Then there's nothing to worry about. Allow us to be your tour guides.
Tour guides? What's a tour guide?
Someone to show you around the Inazuma of today and give you tips on where to eat and how to have fun. All right, let's go,
Doesn't
go,
breathe
go.
on Dragonspine? I guess that makes sense because doesn't need to breathe. Wait, what about the Wanderer? Does he have to breathe on Dragonspine? It's the same thing.
Let me
There's
look.
He doesn't either? Okay.
Everybody has.
familiarity to the scent in the air, and the
I actually don't know what his voice lines for Dragonspine is because I've actually never gone there with them.
Now, time for a change of pace. Where should we go?
To the liveliest place in town.
All the recipes needed.
Want to say Albedo doesn't, but you're pretty sure you're wrong about that? B, as the resident Albedo experts, what do you say?
What was the question?
Does Albedo breathe on Dragonspine?
He's maybe a synthetic human, but he's still technically he is an artificial human.
I remember it.
Lexa says that she was the Albedo expert first. I don't know. I did not see that. I only saw V as it. So, my memory only goes back so far. Only does so much.
The stores have changed, and so have the vendors. Well, That's to be expected.
Because your obsession was Kazuha. That's right, your obsession was Kazuha. And
It's
Kaya.
the Shogun! What is the almighty Shogun doing here?
I am here for some food.
Isn't the Shogun sick? This is quite sudden.
I appear to have frightened the people.
Well, what did you expect? The almighty Shogun makes an impromptu appearance in town? People are gonna freak out a bit.
Aren't we the ones who brought her here?
Patrolling the streets is the Tenryou Commission's job. The Shogun has a lot of information to process and orders to give out. She doesn't have time to deal with it herself. Additionally, the Shogun has no need of recreation. There would be no need for her to come here just to pass the time or to relax.
That sounds like a very lonely life. She needs a hobby.
What do we do now? Should we go away for a while and make a more low-profile return later?
Now we're gonna sit down, we're gonna order some ramen, and we're gonna slurp, slurp, slurp. What do you expect? I want her, she may be a puppet, I want her to have a rich and fulfilling life.
Why?
Artificial or not.
It's not like I'm here to cause trouble. Let's just relax.
It was more the ordinary people
Rammed.
that Paimon was worried
What was
about.
that?
It's not how she's programmed.
But you could be.
That depends, because the whole thing with her program, it's a long story.
I know.
Never mind. This definitely seems like
Because
your
even then,
style
that's
thing.
still a dabbling in Conrian technology.
People still use Mora in commercial transactions, I assume.
Yep, same as ever. Just as
where do I
shiny
need to
and
go?
just as hypnotic. Wait a second.
Where am I?
Hey,
Where did
are you saying you don't have any Mora either?
Of course I don't. There is no need for commerce in the plane of Euthymia. If I ever need something, I can simply have one of the commissions bring it to me.
What's with all the gods being broke-ass motherfuckers?
Either.
You know how many
They
gods
never
I've
have to
met that
think-
have no money?
Anyway,
All of
They
them.
never have to
people
think
seem
about
be
it.
behaving in a
I know
very
they
orderly
don't, but
fashion.
like...
I don't see the liveliness you spoke of anywhere.
Also, because, especially in her case, they'd be ready to just give it to her.
Exactly
I mean,
gonna
yeah.
let their hair down in front of the almighty Shogun.
Yes, my
I'm
fucking
pretty sure
stuff
Zhongli
grows.
had to worry about money.
What is this stall selling?
It's why
Because
he
he
has
was,
a sugar
they
daddy.
don't know,
Never seen this
they
before.
don't know he's a god.
Exactly. And they don't know Venti is a god either.
But we're
What's the
Fontaine.
Shogun doing here?
The Shogun's here for some food, but
What am I
dude...
supposed to do in this situation? I'm so nervous.
One food,
Shogun,
please.
I,
That's how you
excuse me.
order at a restaurant, right? Just say one food.
It's all right. Relax. I'm just here to look around. I'm having a change of pace today. Could you tell me about the items you're selling?
Of course. I've got all kinds of snacks here.
To be fair, we
Takoyaki,
also steal
dango,
apples from the
and,
Dawn Winery.
milk and so on.
Huh?
It's
Milk?
fun.
Sounds
I love
kinda
causing
like
you
you have
trouble.
one out.
I will take his apples right in front of him if I can.
Ah! Oh my god. Okay. We should be good. I apologize. We're back. We're fine. Everything is fixed. You went to get ice cream. Hi, y'all. Note to self. Upgrade computer. Where were we? We were on a not date. We were going on a tour. With a god. Date with a god. That's normal, right?
It might sound odd, but it is in fact my specialty. You see, many of the stores in town are already very well established. I couldn't compete with them no matter what I sell. So my idea was to create some new combinations to give customers a novel experience.
Okay, look. We just came off of well, just a little while ago we were doing Digimon Cyber Sleuth. Weird combinations, novel experience. Please do not put sour cream and other weird shit in coffee. Thank you.
For example, my latest concoction is this dango milk. When the dango are worked into a viscous form, they mix very nicely with the milk. The focus is not just the taste, but also the unique texture.
Oh, dango with milk. I've never heard of it. What made you want to do this?
I'm sorry, Shogun. I've got no bone to pick with eternity.
I said relax. There's no need to go treading on eggshells. Do you really think the eternity I pursue is something that can be shaken by dango and milk?
Huh. Why do I feel like she's different than I expected?
Because she's changed and grown. Dango? To be fair, I've never had dango. So, I don't know. It's just boba? That's just what Really? I've had boba. Boba's good. That's what this is supposed to be? It sounds more like this is like dango mixed, like made into milk. I don't...
Actually, it came to me by chance. A friend was catering once and made too many dango, so they gave some to me.
But if this is literally just boba, then we're fine.
But there were more than I had use for. My milk wasn't selling well at that time either. Both dango and milk have a short shelf life.
We have other things to do, Lexus. We need to do Kazuha's story
So
quest.
I thought I'd try mixing the two as I had nothing to lose. To my surprise, in the right proportion, it tasted superb.
This is about, he's mixing them. It's not about just putting, if you're just putting the tapioca balls in there. Time, mainly.
A chance combination. Interesting. May I try this drink?
The almighty Shogun wants to try? Well, certainly. And you two should try it too.
Afterthoughts. Got it.
Nice. It's sweet. The sensation is not so different from eating a dessert.
Hi, welcome back.
A unique beverage indeed.
The Tarasuna quest? Probably not? Hi, we're talking about dango milk.
We have not. We have absolutely not done Tatsuna because that is an IRL day quest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a drink, but it also feels like eating food.
Okay, so the way, that's the one that takes 3 real life days? We've been talking about that one forever.
It's a little bit like porridge?
Okay, see, this is why I'm saying this is not boba, Lexus. This is not boba. This is a thick milk.
Anyway, I like it.
I'm very glad you approve.
I imagine that an item as delicious as this dango milk must
No, if it was boba, then you'd have the... It's not. It would not be boba. This is not boba. I have had the boba. This is not boba.
Well, I won't lie to you. Sales are very average.
Huh? So it's selling slowly? Why is that?
Because most people aren't willing to give it a try. They think it's an unusual combination, even though everyone who's tried it before rates it highly. I'm not saying the almighty Shogun has unusual tastes. Please, don't take it the wrong way.
Oh, everyone's so scared around her, and I can understand why after Inazuma.
Ah, I see. Well, that can be fixed. I'll just have the Yashiro Commission order a few hundred cups and go door to door delivering them.
Her solution is so extreme. I love you. Also, don't do that.
No, Almighty Shogun. That's too
Like,
much.
maybe like catering an event?
Is it? I just want them to try it. It would be a shame for them to miss out on Dango milk.
You want another cup?
Oh, I would No. No need. That would be needlessly indulgent.
You'll block an IRL word for me? Fucking do it. I fucking dare you. There's actually no. There's a
We
fair amount
don't
of you.
necessarily need to do it right. It actually doesn't really block anything. At least from what I'm seeing, at least from what I looked up, it doesn't look like it blocks
Much more
anything.
enjoyable than meditating alone all the time. By the way,
Hi
Miko
Maya,
mentioned
welcome
that she
back-ish.
founded something called the Yai Publishing House
That's
to sell some sort of
no, that's just
mystical
Kazu's
novel.
quest.
She's always bragging to me about it, but it's difficult for me to really imagine without seeing the place for myself. Can you take me there?
Sure! Let's go and have a look!
You're at a friend's house. Enjoy time with your friend. Wish that were me. IRL. B, I love you. I wish I could see you in person again.
Shogun! Almighty Shogun! What brings you to the Yai Publishing House? Do you have instructions for us?
Yes, my instruction is, I would like to read. Please recommend to me your gayest novel.
No, not at all. Don't be so nervous. I'm just here to look around.
That's unsanitary, Alexis.
Apologies. I still
This
don't
is me
quite
looking
understand.
at the
Are you
wiki.
here to look into the management? Or publishing regulations? Or fire safety measures?
Hi, no, I already told you. I want your gayest novel. The gayest.
She just wants to browse your books.
The Almighty Shogun wishes to read light novels?
Correct. Do you have the third volume of I Fell in Love with the Villainess? I've read the first two. I would like the third.
Yes. Any recommendations?
The Yai Publishing House's novels are mostly targeted at the general public, and the content is all kinds of strange. I'm not sure we have anything quite to the Almighty Shogun's taste.
You haven't even asked what her taste is yet. What is she into? Do you like horror? A little bit of romance? How about something with more action?
I'm just here to try something new. There's no fun in reading the same kind of thing over and over again. Relax. It's just words on a page, isn't it? What could I misunderstand, really?
You haven't met the internet, have you? Please stay away from Sumeru and the Akasha.
In principle, you're absolutely right. It's just...
It'll be fine. If there's anything the Shogun doesn't understand, we'll explain it to her.
Well... Okay then. Please proceed to the bookshelf over there. It has all the latest bestsellers. There are some winning entries from the This Novel is Amazing competition. I've just finished compiling them into a saleable form. Don't take them too seriously. It's all just a bit of fun.
Now let me make a clarification. I'm worried you heard me say bring me a gay novel. What I said was bring me your gayest novel. Bring it to me.
Okay.
I know that that's clearly like a fucking like that's not the first time I've seen this. What is this? Is this a new meme that I'm unaware of?
What?
Am I old? B, do you know this meme?
What? What?
Okay, you're dead to the world. That's fine.
Be? Did I underestimate
What
the
meme
caliber
are we
of this
talking
material?
about?
In the chat, this is not the first time I've seen this. Someone else
I'm not
said,
I'm not always looking at the chat. I'm like
I know, I'm
between
sorry.
Discord and
I also read
playing
that.
myself.
Let me try again. Clarification. You heard me say this, but what I wanted was like an even more extreme version. This is like the second time I've seen this in as many days. I don't know what it's where it came from.
I know every individual word in these books' titles, so why is it that they make no
Parks and
sense to me
Recreation?
in these
Oh yeah, I've never
particularly
watched Parks and
niche
Rec. I wouldn't
Neither
know.
have I.
Take this one, for example.
I know a
The
few things from it,
good
though.
thing about being
That I've been
reincarnated
dead
as
to
a
the world
hilly
lately.
churl
That's
is that
fair.
I
That's
only
fair.
need to eat sunsettias to become stronger.
This is the most fucking. This is such a wonderful joke being made here. The good thing about being reincarnated as a hilichurl is that I only need to eat sunsettias to become stronger. This sounds like a real fucking novel. A real fucking.
Yeah, the entire light novel business here is just basically riffing on it.
Is it true that hilly churls grow stronger
What
from
the
eating sunsettias? Well, surely it should be some sort of meat.
It's just a narrative device.
Narrative device.
It's imaginary.
So
no,
it's made up? What's the point of that? Without being grounded in reality, how can the story be believable?
I love fucking light novel titles. They're fucking great.
Also, I'm fairly certain that hilly churls can't write stories. So, does this author claim to be documenting hilly churl life from an outside perspective?
We need to teach her about fiction. This poor girl. This poor dumb girl. She only knows about nonfiction.
Paimon's starting to understand Kuroda's reservations right about now.
Modern, I guess.
How about we choose for you? We can pick out some novels that are easier to understand and give you the scoop.
All right, then. I believe myself to be relatively well-read, but with stories like these, I don't even know where to start. I have high hopes, though. This seems like Miko's style, so I'm sure the stories are very entertaining.
All right, leave it to us. We'll be back in a jiffy. This could be a pretty tough job. Let's see what we're up against.
A daily life romance story. Yes, please. The chaotic epic tale that is... Wait. The chaotic epic that is the tale of my youthful love life. This is a book about the love stories between a very mediocre man and 7 beautiful women. Oh. To be fair, depending on how it's done. It is a chronological account of the protagonist's daily life, featuring many music anecdotes. Anecdotes. Writing is solid, the prose is elegant, and the author brilliantly brings out the unique charm in each character in the story. But the story stops at a crucial moment when the main character's childhood sweetheart is just about to confess their love to him.
The suspense is killing Paimon! Paimon only skimmed through, but Paimon can tell this girl has loved the main character with all her heart since childhood.
I hope she finds happiness.
Yeah, she has so much love to give. She deserves it. The plot is really gripping. But would A really understand this kind of mortal romance?
Life made me a fighter when I just want to be a writer. I'm sorry, hold on. Isn't that just the entire plot of History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi? That's 100% that's the exact plot. Fighting between different... I think this is a reference. The book is a martial arts story set in Liyue, focusing on fighting between different gangs. The protagonist tries only become a humble novice who gets caught up in the world of gang strife because of an unparalleled martial... Okay, never mind. The selling point of the story is that the protagonist never joins any faction, but is constantly assumed to be the reclusive member of one faction or another. Enemy are always making a scene. Okay, it's very close to being...
Why would someone want to be a novelist that badly?
It's very close to being Kenichi. It's not quite,
Someone
but it's
like
very
that
close.
could easily become the top martial arts pro in the world. You do have a point. And a character so determined to follow their ambition is likely to appeal to A, right?
Shogun Almighty, reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. Maybe not this one. In this book, the protagonist is struck by lightning beneath the thunder sakura, and wakes to discover that he has become the Raiden Shogun. I have a feeling some lewd things could happen there very quickly. Prior to this event, the protagonist is a nobody who gets bullied by everyone after becoming the he acquires unlimited power. Before you're going from powerlessness to omnipotence, and in the protagonist's inner journey of finally breaking free from their low self-esteem. It's hard to see how the story would develop when the protagonist literally becomes the Raiden Shogun.
With a premise like this, it's no wonder Kuroda was nervous about letting A look around. Paimon thinks it might be best not to bring this one up with A. We might get the author in trouble.
Took you over an hour and a half to pick up stuff and get here. Yeah, that's a mood. But look, sometimes the nice thing about being with friends sometimes is sometimes you can just fucking like hang out and chill, and it doesn't even have to be anything major.
Well, if someone turned into Paimon and did a
And
bunch
be there
of
quietly and
stuff
just enjoy each
this
other's
Paimon would
company,
never
even if
do,
you're not really like talking or doing
I would
anything
feel
together.
really uncomfortable. That's all of them. Let's try to explain them to A.
The looks on your faces tell me you found some good stories.
Let's start with the love story.
Why are
Not my
there
favorite kind of
7
love story, but
people all striving to have a relationship with a single male protagonist?
look,
some
you
sort of
you see enough
narrative
anime, you
device
kind
to-
of stop asking that question. You get tired.
Not really. It's a pretty normal story. You know, where the guy can only choose one girl in the end.
Unless we finally choose polyamory?
I see. Yes, this is an important relationship, so he must choose wisely. But the decision-making process is a source of agony and conflict. So, could the author not simply add a narrative device whereby the main character could accept the feelings of all 7 admirers at once? Yes, that would solve it.
A said, let there be polyamory. Polygamy is now legal in Inazuma. You all heard it.
That would be the most boring love story ever.
Fuck you, Paimon. Give me more polyamory stories. God damn it. I've read like 2.
Love. Narrative devices are truly mysterious things.
So what do you think of Yae Publishing House's light novels, eh? Do you like the stories we picked?
What I take from these stories is not so much the content itself, but what they represent in terms of the effects of time upon Inazuma. Back when I decided to isolate myself in the plane of Euthymia, there was no Yae Publishing House, and certainly no stories of this kind. In accordance with my wishes, the Shogun did her best to create an eternal nation. A nation that, in theory, should remain entirely unchanged over time. But the fact is that both the food and the stories have changed with time.
Is inevitable.
I disagree with your point of view. That's what I would say if we were still in the plane of Euthymia. But the truth is right here in front of my eyes, and I can't deny it.
And that's exactly why we brought you out, to take a look around and get some fresh ideas. Sure, it's not the same as you remember, but one way or another, people are loving life in the present. That's gotta be a good thing, right?
Yes, you're right. I'm wary of any and all change. But I do not wish for my pursuit of eternity to stop human lives from changing for the better. Thank you for inviting me out. This trip has been quite eye-opening for me. This may be an everyday occurrence for you, but for me, this trip has been quite an occasion.
How many of these story quests are just going on dates? I hope the answer is all of them.
And it's
No, I was gonna say, you're going to say that at first, and then you realize the majority of them are incredibly depressing.
Well, I mean, yes.
That's why I like the story quests. The story quests, they go a lot into
I know
the
I've done,
characters, and I really
I'll have to
appreciate
check
that.
which ones I've done, because I know we did Ayaka's. We're doing Aya's.
A's had a wonderful
I know I did
time, and
Lisa.
That's what it
best
was.
way to remember it.
Take a photo? Once again, I'm faced with a combination of words that makes absolutely no sense to me.
It's okay. Come with us. We'll find a scenic spot and show you what we mean.
What are we supposed to be doing?
We're taking a photo of you. Just leave the hard work to us. All you need to do is stand over there and strike a pose. Basically, a photo makes a visual record of you at this very moment in time, so it makes a great souvenir.
Think of a painting, but more realistic and much faster.
Okay. So what exactly is striking a pose? Ah, I see. So in other words, I need to do some sort of visually agreeable action in front of you, right?
There are so many things I could
The more I
say.
think about it, the more embarrassing it seems.
I could say so many
How
things.
should I pose? Help me out here. It should look good, but not too over the top. This isn't coming naturally to me at all. Casual. How about this? This feels quite natural. Okay, let's get started.
Let's pick a good angle to record this moment from.
He's adorable. Pick a good spot to take. Oh, we don't have a choice. Ooh, with the mountain in the background. You like this one? Ooh, there we go. Rule of thirds it. Hey. Oops. Didn't mean to save the photo. That's fine. That's fine. It's a good picture.
Take a look. Here's the photo we took of you.
Wow. This is astonishing. Is it some kind of magic? It seems to be another copy of me.
So precious. I love her so much.
But she doesn't seem to be able to move or talk.
Just a record.
I thought it would turn out poorly because I felt rather rigid. But it actually looks more natural than I imagined. The pose is exactly the same, and so is the scenery in the background. I can't imagine how it's achieved.
Well, you see, it's all about light. And the special film and special material that captures the light and the colors from everything, and it's too much to explain.
That's what makes it so special.
Hang on. I'm still struggling to understand this. I need you to explain it again.
Light.
So,
The end.
the one in this photo, are you sure it isn't me?
And give it like the
If it's
painting.
not me,
Okay.
then why does she look exactly like me? And if she is me, then who am I?
We're getting very existential here.
Okay, that's way above Paimon's head. Over to you, Traveler. Hey, that's right. Do you think the Shogun counts as you?
Of course I do. It was never my intention to place control of Inazuma into anybody else's hands.
So then, who does that make you, here and now?
Well, I'm still me. There is no doubt about that. My existence.
Oh god, we're getting incredibly existential.
I think I understand. I am me. There is only one of me. But I can exist in many different forms. It's not important what form
Does she
I
know what a
exist in.
painting? She probably does. I think it's also just a way to get to this exact sentence. But yes, no, that should be the easy answer. To be fair, ask everyone who was around back when the camera was first invented.
The Shogun, for example, is one of my forms of existence. The question of whether or not she is me is not determined by any of her components.
In that case, this picture is one of your forms of existence too.
So even I, who seeks eternity, am constantly changing my form of existence.
The mere act of existence means that change is happening all the time. Unless you are literally frozen in a single moment, change is constant and never-ending.
Then, how can I ask Inazuma and everyone who lives here to remain unchanging? Everything I have encountered on this journey with you has been from beyond my existing sphere of knowledge. You've seen a lot of my ignorant side today.
It's adorable.
Maybe you can't tell, but all this has challenged my understanding of things.
Now you go back home and you rest and you think about it.
Based on what I have seen today, I am forced to accept that Inazuma is a completely different place from the one I remember. But it would be incorrect to conclude from this that the Inazuma of today is no longer Inazuma. Both the Vision Hunt Decree and the statue of the omnipresent god were conceived as a means of bringing about eternity. But if I were really getting closer to eternity, none of this ever would have happened. Perhaps... Perhaps I've been holding on to everything too tightly.
This is a very interesting view. And now we move on.
The Paimon like Ace figured things out. And that means that we've done a really great job as her guides.
Master Kamaji! Master Kamaji!
Why is it getting so noisy down there? Oh, that sounded like Ippei. What could be the matter?
Ippei? Is that someone from the Tenryou Commission?
Yep, let's find out what's going on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll love to see the Shogun up and walking about.
Shogun must have her reasons.
It's fine.
Maybe. Probably.
Hey, Ippei, what's the matter?
And if it's not, we'll make it fine.
Huh? The Almighty Shogun? You must be looking for my master, Kujo Kamaji? I am very sorry, he's not here at the moment. But if it pleases you, I will gladly deliver a message on your behalf.
It's okay. I'm not here to see him. We just heard you calling out, so we came to see what was going on.
Yes. Master Kamaji still hasn't returned from the negotiations, and I'm starting to get worried. In fairness, he does have a habit of taking long walks and coming back late. It's perfectly possible that he just found somewhere he likes and lost track of time. But for some reason, today, I'm particularly nervous.
About to say, how can you tell? I always feel like that.
Kujo Kamaji. A descendant of the Kujo clan, I presume.
That's right. Apologies, since the head of the clan is in poor health at the moment, and Master Masahito is rarely home, Master Kamaji is currently serving as representative of the Kujo clan.
Oh, right. I don't have tits turned back on. Hold on, I need to flip a switch. Then as soon as they're back up, I will fix this little issue. I'll try.
I have heard that things are quite tumultuous with the Tenryou Commission.
Your brain
at
doesn't know how to
present.
make sentences.
Does this have anything to do with Kujo Kamaji?
You always have that
Forgive us,
issue where
Shogun.
you're halfway through a
The Kujo
sentence and
clan
the
has
second
failed
half
in its
just
duty.
stumbles. And just like, wait, what?
The Kujo clan's reputation is damaged, and its power over the Tenryou Commission is in decline. Plus, you have yet to issue a verdict on the Commission's future. So, Master Kamaji decided to enter negotiations with the Takatsukasa clan with a view of having them take over.
Surely they would be discussing something like that at their headquarters, right? Why are you looking for them here?
Actually, they decided to hold this one elsewhere. I'm a little confused as to why, to be honest, but I didn't feel it was my place to question the higher-ups. The meeting place is in the mountains near the Grand Narukami Shrine. I believe the Takatsukasa clan have some kind of base there.
Thank you, Maya. You understand my pain.
Takatsukasa. Another familiar name. They have been faithfully serving the Kujo clan all these years?
Yes, that's why Master Kamaji decided to discuss things with them. I understand they must have had a lot of ground to cover, but still, there's no way it should have gone on this long. I've searched all over the city. He really hasn't returned yet. Yeah, I thought of that possibility too. But someone of my rank can't just go venturing into Takatsukasa clan territory like that. No need. I'm probably just overthinking things. Besides, if they're still at it, they'll only blame me for interrupting the negotiations. I'm only a lowly servant. But Master Kamaji and I grew up together. It'd be terrible if anything ever happened to him.
Sephiroth!
Oh no, not Sephiroth. I wasn't prepared for that right now.
I'm not as smart as Master, so I can't really share his burdens. But the last thing I'd want would be for him to come to harm when I could have done something about it.
What do you think, Almighty Shogun?
Let's go see what's happening. With me present, they are unlikely to blame you, even if we do happen to interrupt the negotiations. Besides, this has only come about because I failed to make a timely decision. This issue started with me, and I shall be the one to finish it.
Thank you so much, Shogun. I'll keep looking around in the meantime, too. Let me mark out the location of the base for you. I hope everything goes smoothly.
Oh my goodness, a fire. Okay. Right next to the Kamisato. Alright.
Take it easy.
Ooh, Nakuweed. I need that for Cookie. I need so many of those. I don't like the look of this. This is where they're having negotiations? You discovered the Takatsukasa clan's hidden base. The Sumeru Commission is in precarious state and has not returned. You do not know what has happened. Party level is lower than recommended. Don't care. We're fine. Going in. We'll be fine.
Whoa! Look at how well hidden this place
Oh, holy
is.
shit.
I can't think of a reason anyone would want to build a structure like this deep in the mountains. I feel something that doesn't belong here. I sense danger.
Huh?
We should proceed with caution. The Kujo clan descendant may well be in trouble.
Shudder! Wheel of life.
Gotcha.
Why are there Ronin here? This is a Tenryou Commission base!
Something is not right. We must remove all those who stand in our way.
Methinks they might be hiding some illegal activities here.
Illusion shattered!
The perfect distance! To the very...
Uh-oh.
Say no more!
Right here. Game's up. Fun's over.
Life goes on.
Beg for mercy.
Torn to oblivion!
Jesus Christ. Fucking annihilate everything immediately.
What do they have on her? I actually never checked her trial thing on her.
I'll check in a second. She's got Engulfing Lightning, which I assume is her...
I mean, for, like, artifacts, yeah. It's always noblesse! Every trial character is just always fucking noblesse!
They probably... It's probably just to keep things simple, I imagine.
More speed.
And keep things simple when it's like, there are so many other things you could put on them.
Ow. I think a trap just tried to kill me.
Emerge. Right here. Right now. Busted.
Guys.
Quietly now. Right here.
Capture the fairy!
Crim's done, that sucks.
Right now. Emerge.
Let's get
right
down
now.
to business!
Here comes the catch.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! There is no escape! Crush!
Wheel of life.
Is Raiden another character who her burst really is only still in effect while she's on the field?
Shudder.
To the fairy!
Yeah, her full thing. Yeah, it's just, but like her skill is her bread and butter.
Okay. And her skill persists though.
Yeah.
Busted. Gotcha.
200 bottles of Fanta.
What?
Right now.
200 bottles of Fanta.
200 bottles of Fanta? What for?
What Fanta?
Fanta? What Fanta?
Fontaine Fanta.
Oh my god.
It's dead ass called Fanta.
Thank you for the Sephiroth, and thank you for the not by me tie. Look at her abilities real fast. When characters with this buff attack deal damage, and I will unleash a coordinated attack dealing AoE lesser damage.
Yeah, it does coordinated attacks.
Okay, characters who gain the IS form,
which is why she's good for reactions.
Based on the energy cost, the elemental burst. Cool. The Raiden Shogun will wield her Tachi in battle. While her normal charge of punch infusing lesser damage cannot be overridden when such attacks have enemies who regenerate energy for all nearby party members. Right. Does that include the ones not on the field?
Yeah.
Right, that's why she's insane for energy recharge. Okay.
The Archons all have like something that they're kind of killing for their kid.
Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha.
Christ, that is evil. Having Yellen and Raiden together. What an evil combination. Too bad I don't have her.
Yelan, but I have Shincho, and that's what matters. It's pretty much the same thing. Oh gosh, she and Farina are gonna be disgusting. I can't wait.
Illusion shattered. Freeze to the core.
I'm dealing water, electro, and electro with every hit.
The odds are against us.
Oh shit. I keep forgetting Eula's defense is dog shit.
Beg for mercy.
Ow.
Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right here. Quietly now.
Sacred name, Fortune Preserver.
What do you mean I missed? Don't tell me that my burst missed. That's rude.
Yeah, that happens.
Ishi's range on her burst is not very wide. I keep remembering.
Shudder. Eye for an eye.
You win this battle.
Is there a treasure chest in here? Hello? Treasure? Treasure! Knew there would be.
What story quests are kind of good for you going to these domains. It's just me scouring them for chests.
Well, let's hope I don't miss any then, because they're giving me primos. Among other things. I'm so glad that those persist in the cutscene.
Almighty Shogun!
Shogun, what are you?
Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan. Explain what is going on here.
Oh, we're just discussing some minor issues that have cropped up in the Tenryou Commission recently. Really, it's nothing worth the almighty Shogun worrying about.
I'm pretty sure she worries
And
about
these
everything.
minor issues warranted the secluded location and the hiring of Ronin and Kairagi to keep guard?
Well, there's been a lot of turmoil lately. It was just out of security considerations, that's all.
If you're gonna lie to me, at least look me in the eye.
Silence. Descendant of the Kujo clan. Your turn.
All right. I came here intending to negotiate, but it turned out all they were interested in was a written confession from the Kujo clan.
A written confession?
Yes. A statement acknowledging every crime committed by the Kujo clan since the inception of the Vision Hunt Decree, including all the recent misconduct.
All factual statements, of course. Not a single one of them fabricated.
I can't deny that. But it also emphasizes the Takatsukasa clan's achievements throughout the document, claiming they stood steadfast all along and fought back against the crisis. These are all falsehoods.
Says who? Why, you two-faced? You're going back on everything you said.
I'm just stating the facts. I'm sure the almighty Shogun can discern the truth. All the Takatsukasa clan is trying to do is make themselves look good, so they'll be first in line to replace the Kujo clan. Why else would you push a false narrative in the written confession that paints your clan in a good light, and try to make me sign it under duress?
What are you talking about? You're not under duress, we're just negotiating here. You've completely changed your tune.
I believe I now understand the situation.
Don't listen to his nonsense. I'm sure you're well aware of the major failings of the Kujo clan. Surely you, of everyone, knows. Not a single word they say can be trusted.
You are quite mistaken if you think your dispute is of any interest to me. Descendant of the Takatsukasa clan, you wish to become the new Tenryou commissioner. Do I understand this correctly?
Well, yes, of course. It's the eternal pursuit of everyone in the Tenryou Commission to offer our lives in service of the almighty Shogun.
Then the situation is not as complicated as you seem to have made it. After all, I am the one who appoints the Tenryou commissioner. The process is quite simple. Anyone who can beat me in a duel becomes the new commissioner.
Okay.
Sorry, a duel with the almighty
Hey, how
Shogun?
serious are you about becoming a commissioner?
The first Tenryou commissioner demonstrated his will with the blade in his hand. That is why the title has been passed down within the Kujo clan ever since. If you want me to appoint a new clan, then naturally, there must first be a new duel. Do you not know how to wield a blade? Or do you simply doubt your abilities on account of your advanced age and declining physical condition? Here you are talking about offering your life, and yet you are too afraid to face my blade.
Well...
Well, never mind. What about one of you, then?
Thank you for the
Anyone who
lurk by
can defeat
beast.
me, Takatsukasa or not, will be appointed the new Tenryou commissioner.
I was like, okay, we're gonna back up. Back up, we're not
Does
part of
not
this.
a single person dare to face me?
I will challenge you, almighty Shogun.
What?
Descendant of the Kujo clan. Regrettably, even if you win against me, it cannot atone for the wrongs committed under the Kujo name.
I realize that. I don't stand a chance of winning against you anyway. I know full well that the mistakes my father made ought to spell the end of the Kujo clan's legacy in the Tenryou Commission. Even when I was executing the Vision Hunt Decree, I had doubts about my father's decisions. I knew that what I was doing was wrong, but that was as far as I went. I doubted, and I ruminated. I understood the situation perfectly well, but I took no action, and I didn't save a single person. I accept the Kujo clan's decline as punishment for my deeds. I can't even say that I failed to prevent it, because in order to fail, you have to have at least tried.
I like this guy.
To be brutally honest, for someone of your strength, there is nothing you could have done, even if you had tried.
Yes. I'm too weak. My father ignores me. My elder brother can't help me. And I even need Ippei to set me straight at times. It's the way it's always been. But if nothing else, then right here, right now in the Kujo clan's final hours, it is I who represent the clan, like my father before me. His duties are now mine to perform. Just as the Shogun said a forefather of mine once showed his will with his sword. Then please, let me, Kujo Kamaji, end the story of the Kujo clan in the same way that it began. This is my last chance to do something.
This is patently meaningless.
Yes, but well,
But I accept. Come forward.
that was a really good speech he just gave. Oh.
The Kujo clan's honor was forged with courage, tempered with integrity, and shines beyond life and death. Show me whether your blade can bear the weight of your name.
Ready to learn. Almighty Shogun.
I love the animation in these moments.
Another anomaly in eternity. Nevertheless, it appears that the Kujo honor still courses through your veins. Kujo Kamaji is wounded. Descendants of the Takatsukasa clan, it is your responsibility to take care of him. You may not have the courage to challenge me, but I trust that you are capable of attending to a small matter such as this.
Yes, of course. I apologize. I'm sorry. So sorry.
I had heard that the Kujo clan is no longer fit to shoulder the work of the Tenryou Commission. The search for a successor to the role of Tenryou Commissioner is indeed a matter of great urgency. However, following this duel, I have decided to postpone the Kujo clan's punishment for the time being. In the meantime, I expect the Takatsukasa clan to continue supporting the Kujo clan as before.
As you instruct, so it shall be done. We would not dare question the almighty Shogun's will.
Finally, if you still think you can copy the Fatui strategy of providing me with deceptive information to produce flaws in my judgment, you will see me appear once again as I have done today. Only next time, my blade will show no mercy.
Understood. Thank you, almighty Shogun, for your wisdom and mercy.
That will do. I will have the Okuzumeshu continue the investigation from here. Come with me. Let's find a quiet place. There's something I want to talk about with you.
Well, that was fun. Don't you just love politics? Specifically the kind of politics that ends up with blades clashing. That's the fun kind. And no one dies, you know? That feeling that's better. Blades clash, no one dies. That's politics, right?
Whew. When it's time to deal with the situation, you're just like the Shogun. So strict.
Oh, you think so? I thought I was rather accommodating. If it had been the Shogun, she would have decapitated Kujo Kamaji without a second thought. I do believe he was prepared for that outcome. I could see it in his eyes. The Kujo clan has undergone a dramatic change from its glory days to its present decline. Kamaji is hardly a great heir to the Kujo name, but he has shown me how some things remain the same even as the world around them changes. I also have you to thank. The things we experienced out on the streets and the photo you took of me, they helped me come to this realization too.
So what's next for the Kujo clan? Will they get to carry on being in charge of the Tenryou Commission?
Not a chance. Even if their heir was someone who showed promise, their past mistakes cannot be erased. Still, I will give them a little more time. After all, they are not the only ones who have made mistakes. The Shogun does not make mistakes. She is incapable of doing so. But I, as A, would like to offer my apologies. I have much to contemplate in the days to come. But at least, I can now see the way ahead. I think I'll leave that to the Shogun. The greatest threat to eternity is still the erosion that comes with time. As I said, the Shogun has a robust system to protect her against modification. This is because I anticipated that I myself would change over time. But I've made up my mind. So I will do what needs to be done, no matter how difficult it is.
Once again, change is inevitable. It's also not a bad thing. Change isn't always good, but change itself is not bad.
This has certainly been a memorable series of events.
You are not the same person you were a year ago, 2 years ago. Hell, sometimes you're not the same person you were 6 months ago.
You sorted out the Tenryou Commission, and the people in the city got to see a happy and healthy Shogun. All the awful rumors will disappear in no time. If you enjoyed your trip, we should get you out again sometime.
No need. There's no place for such things in my life. Also, please stop making it sound as if I somehow need the company.
Everyone needs friends. You know, it's okay.
Okay. I'm ready to head back now. My period of solitude will now continue, but it will not last too much longer. I will leave you humans to deal with any minor issues in the meantime.
Okay, see you next time! Considering a lot of what happened was pretty unexpected, things seem to have worked out surprisingly well in the end. The only thing left to do is return the pass permit to Yai Miko.
How much of this do you think Yai predicted? I guess is most of it.
Miko, we're back! We had a great trip!
Did you now? Well then, you'll have to tell me all about it.
Yes, we took your wife out on a date? It was very nice. I think she enjoyed it.
How amusing. The almighty Shogun goes downtown, and suddenly she's like a wide-eyed country girl trying to find her bearings in the big city. Marvelous.
This is a god we're talking about.
What a shame I didn't get to see it for myself.
You and the Shogun enjoy teasing each
It's
other.
fine. She wouldn't mind. Really, she wouldn't. So, from what you were saying, it seems that she's finally begun to comprehend what form eternity should take?
Did you just call...
Bitch, leave me alone.
I was about to say, did she just call A fucking bottom? Is that what just happened?
I mean, if anybody can do that, it's her.
Oh, 100%.
That's the most important outcome of this trip. To be honest, I wasn't expecting you'd make such great progress when I lent you the pass permit.
A gives off big top energy for the most part, except for when with Yai.
Yeah, it seems like she's not gonna force everything to stay the same way anymore.
To put it nicely, even deities indulge in wishful thinking. To put it more bluntly, there are things that even the Seven can't do when faced with something even more powerful than themselves.
The human heart?
Take a guess. Anyway, it sounds like you had a very pleasant trip and even had the chance to see A's less formal side. Next time you wish to see her, you can come and take the pass permit from me again. She would never admit to it, but she does, in fact, get quite lonely.
What? But she said she doesn't need company.
That's because... She literally just said she won't admit to it. She's a liar. A liar.
Because she is a god. It's not that gods don't need the company of others, just that the idea of a god having company seems indulgent to her. But you don't belong to this world. Perhaps you are just the company she needs.
Quest complete. One of many. No, Ito, we'll do yours some other time. I feel like Ito's one I'm gonna have to do on stream at some point. But that
Yeah,
can wait.
you do have to do his for the chasm quest. I don't
Oh
say
no,
you
I was going to say for other reasons. Like,
yeah. Well, when we get to it though, you will enjoy the chasm quest because I will tell you, Yelan is involved.
okay, so here's the thing. I finished most of the chasm. What is this called? Acer Palm Mountain.
Yeah.
And she was there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, that leads into the perilous trails quest.
Okay.
Which then came out like later after that, but still.
Here we go. Upon the plain, a purple shadow. Now to do the quest that we were actually supposed to start today with.
Take it easy.
And then shit happened. Your boy Kazuha. Who, his feelings about the Shogun are probably going to be very interesting. All things considered.
He did kind of kill his boyfriend.
Yeah.
So many things have happened since then. Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today? Huh? What's up?
Wait.
Hey, what the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh?
Hold on.
Let's convince him to calm down a little.
I can beat him up, it's fine.
Quietly now. Chop, chop. Here comes the catch.
Wait, where'd he go? There you are.
For mercy.
Ow? Hey, I was being...
So you don't have a vision after all. Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
Hi, yes, who did you think I was? Wait. You're looking for someone short and blonde?
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
I mean, that kind of depends on who they're after.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
Nope, don't know him. Sorry, can't help ya.
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Sword, animo vision. Jean. No, that's not Kazuha. Nope.
That's
Don't
none
know.
of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
Also, I have Booba.
What the heck?
I have a
is this
Dabuba.
guy's problem?
Why do you think I'm
Coming
Kazuha
around
when I
here
have a
waving
Dabuba?
that weird sword in our faces.
Oh, he can't see anything because his helmet is blocking his vision.
Apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha. Right? Paimon has a feeling, though, that even if this guy gets to challenge Kazuha to a duel, he won't be able to beat him. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go find Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond
I feel like their
already
fighting
knowing
styles
each
are
other?
kind of similar.
Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito
Hi,
at the
Alexis. We're doing
moment.
Kazuha's
Let's
story.
look for him there.
Strange and friendless road.
Time to scout.
Ooh, we get a free weapon from this? A good free weapon or just a free weapon?
Yeah, that's what I told you. It's a free weapon. It's a pretty good free weapon.
Okay, cool. Like,
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time As soon as we entered the
You put it
harbor,
on
we ran
Kaya?
into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha.
It's a damn cool looking weapon too.
If it's because of that
Is-
battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't
hello,
even
Kraken,
listen to
welcome.
the captain, but she just laughs it off.
Oh, so you still don't know what he did?
If it's that good of a weapon, you can see it. If it's that good of a weapon, I'm like, oh no. Is it gonna be one that I'm gonna use?
Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
I'm already upgrading so many weapons.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be? Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. In that case, his newfound stardom is well deserved. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryou Commission. They said they had something important to
Oh,
discuss
is this
with
why
him.
we need to do that other one first?
I
Yeah.
thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out they couldn't have been friendlier to him. Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
Coconut probably wants to show some goodwill.
Guess we'll go pay a visit to the Tenryou Commission.
I love Paimon's
All right, then.
eyes.
I'll just stay here and carry on trying to fend off the crowd.
They're very good.
Take it easy.
Go this way. Yes, hello. I am looking for, oh, there he is. Hey, Alexis, look, it's your boy.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings.
And our friend
We
who
were
got the
just
shit beat out
discussing
of
the
him not too long
repealing of
ago.
the Vision Hunt decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
Put the pot of boiling water down, but do it carefully so you don't splash it on yourself.
The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed?
Lexus! 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 Be careful with the boiling water. It's hot.
In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class, but there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaidahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaidahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large.
Something, I feel like, maybe this is just my personal, what are words? Maybe I'm just putting what I think is going to happen into this, but I feel like he's not 100% sincere, and he's just going along with it because that's not cause trouble.
Would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture
Oh,
does
there
not
it is.
come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City, with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some
Eat your
hesitation in
eggies.
your words.
Enjoy Eggy. I hope they're good.
Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Yes, a lot of people in Genshin have cool outfits. There's also a lot of people that don't. Do you have a vision? You have a cool outfit. Do you not have a vision? You probably don't have a cool outfit.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaedahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept
a
the
fate
idea
type
that
thing?
Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's
No,
streak.
not quite.
Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of
Uh,
Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Wait, and also I was telling you the power of... Okay, technically, that did happen. This is a thing that happened. He was not using a delusion, but he did have Electro.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and
Gay for
frail.
your dream to align with your dead friends for a second.
When you're just so gay, you borrow their power from beyond the grave.
Stop moving.
Also, wait, using a delusion makes... Did Child get old and frail after using his delusion?
No.
No, he's fine.
That is
He
correct.
knows how to use it.
That's...
To some people,
oh,
the
right,
idea of a
that's fair.
single
That and
person
he
two
also
elements at
has a
once
vision.
is a more inconceivable notion still.
So if you have both, you're more or less safe. But if you only have the delusion, you're fucked.
This is just one of many similar rumors.
We can go into it later because there's somebody's character story who actually goes into it too.
Got it. Because I
No
remember
matter
using
whether it
that
brings
delusion,
suspicion
some people
or
using
stardom
delusion in
my way.
Inazuma. I just don't remember much because that was months ago.
I have two things on
Oh,
my
fuck
mind right
hell.
now.
Hold on. You're fucking loud as shit.
Am I?
Incredibly.
I'm sorry.
Scared the ever-loving shit out of me.
I am so sorry.
I was not even phased.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Tell me when.
You're good.
I didn't mean to jump scare you all. But no, I've got two things on my mind right now that are actually highly important to this, and because you missed that event, you will not get the mention for this. So one thing that's on my mind is that, Kazuha's being offered his family's old job back, right? Kazuha came from money. He's going back to nothing. Not just because of what happened during the whole vision decree thing, but because at the end of the event that happened right before Ami started playing, Kazuha flat out told them, hey, I'm here for a plant. Take the rest of my stuff and give it to people who actually need it.
Dory Festival.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very, very interesting.
So that's one thing. That was the main thing that was on my mind. And the other thing is that this is incredibly minor. So the ability to use the delusion without suffering from it is a mask enough.
All right. Well, I heard Lexus disappeared. I heard part of the sentence. I didn't hear the end of that sentence. And Lexus
Pretty
left.
sure that was probably on purpose.
Okay.
But perhaps if the shogunate is
It's hard
willing
to tell with her
publicly
sometimes.
support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment.
I return once again.
Hi.
What
Welcome
brings the
back.
two
You
of you
disappeared in the middle of a sentence.
Before I actually disappeared. Actually, before that Ami was right. That was on purpose. Before I actually disappeared, because I have a grand name date with someone. we do have one other person in the series who has canonically used a delusion, and is perfectly fine, and that's D-Luke.
When did you?
I think I had you guys read the manga.
That's what I'm about to say. Was that in
Yeah.
the manga? I
Yeah,
don't
that was
remember.
in the manga. Turns out there's also a reason why in the beginning of the game, when you go into all these Fatui hideouts, he gives you that mask. There's a very specific purpose to it.
Ah.
Anyway, I am gone.
Alright, bye. Enjoy food. See you later. And like the wind, she was gone.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. This puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to
Or
me
criminal.
by my family.
What was that?
Based on techniques originally.
No, he
developed
said, why
for
would they be
blade
looking for me?
testing.
I'm like, sweetie, you are a war
We
criminal.
undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality.
Fighting culture taught me based on techniques. Ooh, that's interesting.
Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy was a
Interesting.
serious
Very
nut.
interesting.
Indeed, he sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
To be fair, I was beating the ever-loving shit out of him. It was fine. Also, if you want to talk about characters with interesting outfits. Jiangxi. Gambler. Amiko. Knight. God. Yeah, Chi-Chi is adorable. She's great. Lawyer. I don't know what Shinha does, actually. Bennett's just here for a good time.
She was
Where did that come from?
did so. I mean, we did her story request, but I don't know how to explain it.
We did do her story quest. I forgot about that. Ninja, you. Librarian, but an academic outfit. A lot of really good designs in this game. Pirate. Pirate who is in love with this one. Their wives. Bennett looks like a lost Final Fantasy character.
Benny's adventure team
Does his
assemble!
best.
I do agree with both of these statements.
He does his best, and that's all anybody could ever ask for.
A stripper mechanic? I don't know if I agree with that one.
What?
Alexis said that Bennett looks like a stripper mechanic.
Do this to my son.
I think who's the most stripper in this who's the most stripper? Let's hear. It'd probably be. Where is his? No, I don't have child. Never mind. This is all the characters that I have.
It'd probably be child.
Take it easy.
No, that's why I said it was child, but I don't have child, so. We do also have this guy. I don't know what he does. And she does mortuary stuff.
Have you done his character trial?
I did. It was fucking insane. Oh my god.
That's why I'm so sad I have to skip him right now.
His character trial was insane.
I want to get him, but I have to save. I have to wait 17 days. I have to be strong.
Be strong, B. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Where am I going?
I have to be strong for Punch Warden.
Take it easy.
I love how the two male catalyst like 2 of the male catalyst users we get, they just use their fists.
Look, sometimes you just need to punch the magic into someone, like a buff wizard.
Hey there! We'd like to ask you a quick question.
And sometimes you cast the spell punch. It's
know
fine.
if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you.
What?
It is an honor to finally meet you
Huh?
today.
You having problems over there, B?
You are too kind.
I've been...
We
What?
are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Been in this area. What
were
fucking
targeted
hydra...
in an
What?
assault?
She's
Let
having
me
fun
think.
in her own game.
I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently
Been
the
in
top
this
of the
area a
town,
million
so there are
times, and I'm pretty
always
sure
a lot
I've
of
been
people
up in this exact spot. Why the hell did I not get the Hydroculus that was there?
To be honest with you,
Because the
our
brain just
detective
scans
agency
over
has
it
recently been
sometimes.
receiving many
No, I'm
inquiries from
sure-
people
I was
wishing
pretty
to
sure I
obtain
got
Mr.
it.
Kaidehara's personal information.
The fuck? Oh, whatever.
Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Oh, I do know you! I was like, wait a second, you seem familiar. You're that motherfucker that I do commissions with sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of mora?
God, I would love millions of Mora, please.
Oh, wait, even at that price.
Looking at my 4 million, knowing it's not enough.
I need like just for the the few characters and weapons I have set up on my calculator right now, I need like 25 million or something.
That's why I sit there sometimes. I'm just like, I need to do one character at a time.
No
When
matter
I
what,
get
we
all
only
of them
take
to a
on
certain, when I
legitimate
get them to a
cases.
certain point.
We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off
I'll be
topic.
back. Okay, let me know
What
if I
I'm
get
really
switched.
trying
I'll
to
see you in a
say
minute.
is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaidehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual?
You know something? I just realized the motherfucker attacked you because you had a sword. I assume also because you are about his height and you're blonde. Except A, you're a lot more blonde. B, you have boobs. C, your sword is magically in another dimension until you're ready to fight.
The Tenryou Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from different sources.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage to escape their attention. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault, in which case the Tenryou Commission would absolutely get involved.
That does make sense.
Never mind, I'm blind. It was right on here on top of my thing.
Hi, welcome back.
I forgot I put it up there.
Trail's already run cold.
I was just talking about how we didn't even have our sword out when the motherfucker attacked us. Like, our sword exists in another dimension.
Believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere.
Yeah, because I just want to look, because trying to get one character from level 90 and max out all their talents is like 4.9 million Mora.
Few
That's so
people
much.
possess your prowess in
That's
battle.
even before their weapon.
So unless you were the first person he targeted,
And that doesn't include, like,
someone is certain to have been hurt by now.
synthesizing the materials, like when you have extra of the lower level stuff.
I mean, luckily those aren't bad.
it
This
does
is just like, those are some of the like harder things.
I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted.
Out of context, that sounds terrible. I'm glad you were the one who got attacked. I'm glad you got attacked.
It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly
But the
raise
phrasing
your
need to work
blade
a little
against
bit,
the
just a little
almighty
bit.
Shogun.
It's fine. I understood.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't involve an attack, though. Let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right, then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time.
Yes, Lexus, how can I help you?
One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
The punchy boy with the air magic? I have not considered this now. Hazo.
Oh, his hangout is fucking hilarious. Because you make jokes as like, oh, all of these story quests are to go on a date with you. You go to Hazo. This man is not playing around.
Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy.
He comes right out of the gate flirting with you.
But here's the thing: would I recognize it as flirting?
Cases are likely connected, but I don't know.
The fact that he calls you dreamy and all that shit.
Oh, okay, maybe.
But he is very upfront about it.
Very clear. Got it. If I say you should go on a date with Hazel, would I consider it? I mean, sure.
Also, to be fair, doing the hangouts is also more free primos.
That's true. But again, I thought you said to hold off on certain hangouts until after doing story quests because you unlock more endings to get more stuff.
Wait, what?
Don't you unlock?
I just said you can do those when you need to or when you want to.
Huh. Fair enough.
Some of them just require like some story quests or some parts of the actual main plot to be able to do.
Oh. I'm misremembering things that have been told to me, I guess.
I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Enjoy your impulse cereal.
Understood. Though it seems highly
Thank you for the alert.
unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Sure, can't hurt. We never know what we might find out along the way.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making some inquiries at the Amenoma Smithy.
Sounds good. All the best with your investigation. I'll get moving shortly myself.
Depending on how long this takes, we'll probably end the stream after we finish this story quest.
Ah, if it isn't Kaede Harakaza.
This is a heads up.
What
Huh? You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects.
I just thought about Kazuma's hair. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And how perfectly well, like how perfect those 2 strands are dyed and nothing else is. And I'm either impressed or it's natural, in which case I'm also impressed.
Ah, let me quickly explain. The Raiden Gokaden was the
I'm gonna say wait because you'll see.
Bladesmithing arts in Inazuma.
If that's genetic,
You'll
that's
see.
Interesting.
You'll see.
How with that? Why can't
Oh,
that be genetic in
well,
real
Lex
life?
has already said it. I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
say
no,
you're
she's
gonna see
exploded.
in version of Genesis, you'd see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Making
it's
ice cream
genetic.
bread. Wait, ice cream bread. That does sound good.
The techniques of blade making were personally bequeathed to the Raiden Gokaden by the almighty Shogun, and over time, further honed and enhanced by the most talented craftsmen. Unfortunately, a series of events led to the gradual decline of many clans in the bladesmithing trade. Today, only the Amenoma clan has kept its art alive.
So sad.
It is a great pity indeed. In the old days, we each had our specialties, and just as iron sharpens iron, so too did we learn much from each other. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water, as it turns stone to sand.
Can you say that again, but in words that I might actually understand?
There is nothing mystical to our work. there is only practice, day in and day out, until both body and mind have memorized the craft, turning each motion of every technique into an intrinsic part of the bladesmith's life.
Practice, practice, practice. It's very important.
As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins.
That just reminds me, I really need to back to some work on things that I'm making.
For only a blade thus forged can capture
I'm
and
procrastinating
convey
so
its
much on
maker's
stuff.
thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and virtues are alive and well.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. The purpose of our visit today is to gather some information on your missing nephew. We hope to assist with the investigation. It may turn out that this case is connected to another we are pursuing.
Ah, yes. My nephew. I reported the case to the Tenryou Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it. But I've done what I can so far. Worrying is futile. All I can do now is wait for the news from the Tenryou Commission.
We heard that there was a collector involved in the disappearance too. Know anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look and said that he was going to give me a great gift. I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato after that. The next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse, and neither of them came back.
Huh.
Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind.
But their bodies weren't
so
found,
nobody
I
knows
assume.
what really happened.
Do you have any thoughts on what Yuya may have wanted to give you?
If I had to guess, it must have been some kind of rare weapon. Otherwise, there would have been no reason for him to get my hopes up.
Rare weapons are the only thing that give me any joy these days.
He's never been particularly interested in blade forging, but has always had a fondness for blade testing, and can sense even the most minute differences in blade quality. He is extraordinarily talented in martial arts, particularly when it comes to the art of the sword.
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking for, he attacked this friend of mine. Based on the evidence we have gathered so far, only Yuya seems to match the suspect's profile.
Which is interesting, but why would he be looking for you?
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind. He has never gotten into a fight before.
Yeah, well, maybe something weird happened at the warehouse.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning.
Maybe something happened to his brain.
I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced, or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me.
I wonder if he's looking for Kazuma to like help his family for some reason.
Anyway,
he might be
should you
coercion.
find him,
Sounds
please
possible.
let me know as soon as possible.
Don't worry. You have our
Like,
word.
hey, go fucking kill this guy, or we're gonna kill your uncle. They're like, well, shit, all right.
Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household.
You know, some say that there were sparks between those two men. Some people call it, like, you know, romance. Other people will call it the beginnings of a fire in a warehouse. I say it was maybe both. Welcome back. Hi, yes, hello. We are looking for your relative? I don't know what he is to you that has disappeared.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now.
No, it's fine. Hold on. We're looking for someone. He may or may not have run off in a gay relationship with a bladesmith or blade tester. There was a fire involved, though.
My husband has gone missing.
Oh, your
and
husband.
I'm still
Okay,
trying to find
never mind.
him.
I mean, forget everything I just said. Forget everything I just said.
Wow.
Turn that. Whoops. Turn that around. I'm sorry. I did not mean to imply that your husband was unfaithful.
No, you misunderstand us.
Oops.
We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some new information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
And before I'm right, it is actually an affair. No.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment.
Or maybe it's an open relationship. We don't know.
We can to inform our search. With this in mind, can we perhaps ask some questions about your family's current situation?
For example, Paimon's struggling to understand why a collector would be strapped for Mora.
That's a long story. Ever since I've known him, he's been an avid collector of all sorts of things.
I mean, being a collector is how you run out of money. You buy a bunch of things, then you never sell them. Those things that you buy are very expensive.
He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him, I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him.
When you info dump on your girl and she just nods along happily, not understanding, but she loves that you're happy.
Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Uh-oh, what happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them.
The fuck did I just say?
Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse, admiring his weapons even as debt collectors were descending upon our house.
So what? He's a collector. But what does he do to get the money to collect?
He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring at them like he was in a trance.
I have concerns.
I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. I've tried talking to him about it so many times, but he never listens. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Oh! Oh! Okay. This, all those affair jokes I was making earlier, maybe let's just forget about those. No, it's fine.
And that led to an argument.
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze. and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell.
Oh, he was going to sell an item to Yuya for his uncle, and that would have helped pay off a lot of the debts.
His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
It's important to set boundaries.
Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't know if he had actually come to his senses, or if he was simply angry with me. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire, and both he and the buyer had gone missing.
I see. I understand. Amenoma Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
Question: where is warehouse? Warehouse. Where
At
warehouse?
first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
The wrong time frame for insurance fraud? There's never a bad time for insurance fraud. Unless insurance doesn't
Maybe
exist.
he was feeling the
In which
pressure
case it's a
from the
bad
debts?
time for insurance fraud.
I don't know. He just disappeared after the warehouse burned down. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debts. Even though I'm still a little mad at him. We're a family, and I want us to face our family's crisis together. As long as he's willing to turn over a new leaf, I know we can work things out.
Please don't get upset. There could be more to this situation than meets the eye.
I feel like there's a third party involved, and the third party might be a weapon.
If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had his whole life, it is quite unusual for this habit to change so drastically over a short period.
Maybe he was also in debt. No, wait.
But the information we gathered from the other side suggests
Is this a
Amenoma
setting with
Yuya
sentient
is
weapons?
also a mild-mannered man
Ah!
who would not be likely to start
Not
an
really.
argument.
But also, I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past them.
This situation is getting a little confusing.
A little confusing? More like completely mystifying.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned.
It's almost time for your favorite line. Well, now I'm just interested.
Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Think?
Thank you so much. I just want him to come home.
Hey, once again, where's the warehouse? Let's go to the scene of the crime. Let me investigate like a detective.
Based on the information we've gathered so far,
Exactly,
we
Kraken.
can only
Warehouse.
surmise that the
Where
sales
warehouse?
meeting between the two men was somehow
And
the
then there's a full moon
catalyst
out.
for their
Where's where
disappearance.
warehouse?
The fire at the warehouse likely
Abu.
played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Orange on top of a tree? What the fuck?
Well, Paima was thinking that maybe someone accidentally knocked over an oil lamp.
Dude, orange on top of a tree.
Paimon is going with the old Betsy approach. That's what happened at the warehouse.
Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
We're still missing crucial information. I can't make
Right.
any...
I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working off what we know so far, there are too many things that don't add up. The chances are that there are still some clues left for us to discover. One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato is introverted and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after
But that
the
still
fire.
wouldn't answer a lot of other questions.
The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there? Right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya
Except for the fact
lacks
that
a key
Yuya...
distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely, that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing
Ghost
techniques
maybe?
of Amenoma art,
Are ghosts
not
in
those
Genshin?
of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right, they are in Genshin, duh. We've interacted
I
with
was
a lot
like,
of ghosts.
I was like, Dusty Ming happened.
You're right, I forgot, there's a lot of ghosts in Genshin.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and Mrs. Nagato will be able to get some closure.
Okay, but where should we go now?
Remember in the first part of Inazuma when you were going around talking to the people who had their... I do remember that. A lot of them were very... The people who lost their visions seemed to have kind of lost... Waiting on a girl to come back. I do remember him. The old man, yeah. He was the one I'm thinking of who was the saddest.
Let's head out of the
You see
city
her
and
in
check
Hu
out the
Tao's story
warehouse.
quest? Oh.
There's still a chance
Is
we
that
may
an
be
all
able to
moment
find
or...
some shreds of evidence.
Oh, thank God. He finally said, let's go to the warehouse. Thank you, someone, please.
Wait, I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear.
Oh yeah, it's pretty as all hell. Hi, Kay. It's going well. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome.
As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
Oh, for your local campaign, not for our campaign. It's a sad story you sent it to your DM. Speaking of which, Kay, reminder, if you ever have any more backstory stuff to add in, please send it to me.
Huh. So it's an underground warehouse.
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place, but the residue it left behind still hasn't dissipated completely. Judging from the concentration, I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
What was the Tatarigami again? I don't remember.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself.
My brain is just dead today.
Do Tatara Tales, and you'll find out. Oh, do I not know what the Tatarigami are?
Could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Okay, so ghost energy. Okay, it was ghost. More or less.
Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder, amassing more and more possessions, even as he put himself in grave debt.
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step back. I'll open the door and take a look inside. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to the truth. You needn't worry. Both of us have faced far greater dangers than this. Relatively speaking, the risk here is trivial.
You open it up and it just fucking explodes.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. can't see anything.
Oh, he failed his perception check.
It looks like the
Unfortunate.
fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
Lillian was a scare. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us!
Yeah, well, sometimes you're rolling out one, Lexus.
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami energy source left this place. 2 ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune has already befallen them.
Exactly. The only people immune to a Nat 1 is a halfling, and even then, not always.
Yes, let's go. If nothing else, it's vital that we find out where this Tatarigami energy is coming from.
That is not the right command. That is. Hey, 15. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I'm going to call that a success. Oh, it can absolutely happen. Kay, you got very close.
Quiet your mind and focus on what
But you
sense
didn't.
around you.
That's all that matters.
Perhaps you too.
Alright, shit, I
will
think
perceive
Kraken wins.
its ominous presence in the wind.
Hold on. We're just gonna... Alright, 13. That's worse than the 15 I got before. It's fine. I didn't know Kazuha was a dog. Look at us following a scent.
From this point, the trail appears to split into 2. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly.
2 parts, so...
Quite possibly. Let's search the area.
Are foxes dogs? Oh, excuse me.
They're
Dogs aren't really
the
dogs.
Same. They're
Are they
the same
kittens?
family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. I do love a good fox, though. Foxes are dogs that are trying to catnap. That is correct. That I know.
Hairy churls! They're acting really strangely!
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Shut up!
Fun's over. They use our cats that are trying to dog. Also true. Foxes and hyenas are both good.
This red stuff! What is it?
Please. Please, I am begging you, do not be a corpse.
By the looks of it, a letter.
Oh, thank goodness.
Written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
I feel like if I ripped a bone out of my body right now, it would not be dry. Would you agree with that, B? Would you think that that's true? I'm Nagato. Bones are wet. I love everyone being like... Lexus! Someone hit the bonk. That's fine. I mean, you're not wrong. Anyways. I was wounded by Amanoma Yuya. He took my most precious blade. Thank you, Kraken. I chased him, but could not catch him. I lay down here to rest on account of my exhaustion. I thought that I might croak right here. My stomach kept on bleeding. But it seems that some strange power sustained me. Why did he steal that blade? I was going to sell it to him. He even burned my warehouse down. Ugh, it hurts. It hurts. But for some reason, I can't fall unconscious. So all I can do to distract myself from the pain is write. What will happen to Sachiko, Yuichi, and Yuji? I'm sorry to them. I really am. Only now do I realize how stuck in my ways I was, and how blind to my obsession. I must have been cursed. I collected all those strange and bizarre things, but they won me not one iota of happiness or warmth. Put all of it together, and it still wouldn't have been worth a single word from her mouth. Thank you. I'm sorry for letting you down, Sachiko. Oh shit, the man is dead. You know, I was kind of thinking, God, I hope he's not dead when we were talking to the wife.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize
Yes,
a
Alexis?
blade belonging to Mr. Nagato. Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could, eventually stopping
You mean
here
to check something?
to
Sure.
write this letter when his strength gave out.
You good?
I'm good.
When I open the character menu? Sure, we'll do that in a minute. There's a god could chase as long as could eventually stop me here to write this letter.
Where is he?
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of
And that thing
Tatarigami.
didn't go get the damn chest.
Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us. Whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point, they've since been disturbed by the hilly churls. There's nothing
that's
more
the-
for us to find here.
Let's ask the Tenryou Commission to do this later?
Yes.
They can help.
Right now, we need to uncover some more important truths. If Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we take to find him, the more people risk meeting the same tragic end.
But that doesn't explain why he was asking for you specifically.
Right. So let's get moving.
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey to the influence of the Tatarigami. For a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflame would be their pursuit of further power and skill. All the clues that at first seemed disparate and disconnected, it seems that now we know the thread that runs between them. I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not only explains the series of events leading to the two men's disappearance, but also zeroes in on the attacker's identity.
Wait, you figured it out? So these two cases are connected after all?
I believe so. But it's something of an outlandish idea.
I don't know what
I
this
will
smoke
only
is.
be
I
able
think
to
this is
confirm
just
my
what Kazuha
suspicions
was
once
smelling.
we've met him in person.
We normally don't see this. But also, if the monster smoke were a problem, we would have ran into that issue a very long time ago. I've killed so many of those things. Also, they're not dead. Technically. As far as I'm aware, Hilichurls take a lot to die. Pretty much all of them have been alive for 500 years. They're fine. Right, B?
To be fair, pretty sure they want to die.
Oh no, they absolutely want to die. They just can't. They also are not entirely
with the
sure that they
search.
want to die.
We must stay vigilant. At any point
It's
now,
complicated.
They
we may
literally
find
go
ourselves in
find
danger.
a dark place to waste away in.
Yeah, at the end of their life. The end of their unlife. The end of their whatever you call it. Oh, right.
Because they really said they went ahead and told Conria, yeah, you don't believe in our religion? Yeah, fuck you.
Let's see here. R&R tongue twisters? About a bunch of people. About a bunch of friends. Hilichurls.
Do you think that we're too harsh on the Hilichurls?
Well, sometimes we really do seem like children who just can't resist kicking the hornet's nest.
Alright, don't
We're
call
doing more than just kicking it.
I don't know if I have that one. It's Fontaine. Wait, do I not have it? Go into the voice lines and look for one. No, I haven't finished the R&R quest yet. It's not done. I'm in the middle of it still.
Yeah, you are not doing it without me.
I have been.
That is like one of my favorite quests.
Well, hold on. To be fair, the only bits of it I've done are... Let's see, where am I right now? I think I just got the songs. I think was the last thing I did. With Stream Nursery, right? Yeah. I got the songs was the last thing I did. So if you don't want me to continue that one without you, I will hopefully remember.
That is one of my favorite quest lines, just period. A lot of people hate it because they say it's too long, while I sit here wishing I could go through it again.
You can just make a new account.
I mean, I'm thinking eventually if I want to make a challenge account.
I'm not sure.
I don't know what I'd do
on
though.
Closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time.
Show yourself. It's no use hiding anymore.
It's the mysterious attacker guy. Let's beat his ass.
Kaede Harakazua. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before.
Oh my god, fucking Lexus.
What's your problem, huh?
Horny bonk you into oblivion.
What have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is
Why does this dude follow me? What the fuck? What the fuck is
I
going on?
do know
Stop,
Lexus,
stop it,
and that's
stop
why
it.
I say horny bonk.
But what if instead of facing Ameno Mayuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
I knew it! Sentient weapon! Not a thing that we normally encounter in Genshin, but not a thing that I would, you know, be surprised about.
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa, whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself within physical objects, then works to subtly affect any living organisms in its vicinity.
Ghost sentient objects. Sentient weapons, whatever.
The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Ameno Mayuya's body.
So that's why you are terrible at recognizing people.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter.
Okay, so rip the sword out of his hand. We'll cut the hand off if we need to.
Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant
If a
of the
sword calls
Kaede
someone
Hara
sharp, is
clan,
that high praise?
You should be able to guess our greatest regret.
Absolutely, I think it's one of the highest honors.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, all he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a ship bound for Snezhnaya. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not accomplish. All he needed was more time and a little faith. And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill, it culminated in his creation.
This also explains
of me.
why his fighting style looks like Kazuha's, because it's literally the blade itself.
He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but also endowed me with a consciousness of my own.
Oh, cool. You were sentient even before the Tatarigami.
In her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
Under very rare circumstances, but yes. Also, I was like, well, it also depends on what world you're looking at. If you're looking at D&D, it happens all the time. Don't worry about it. Be very worried about it. Don't worry about it. Don't be very worried.
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. But that gave me the opportunity to take action. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from one person to the next, I controlled the minds of countless hosts along the way, each bringing me one step closer to my ancestral home. I seek but one thing: to face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power, the might of Ishin art.
Hi, my hand is raised. I have a question. Yes, my hand's up. I'm right here. Yes, I'm just gonna talk. I beat her. I fought her, and I won. Fight me.
Ah, so Amenoma Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
I have a feeling that they're already dead.
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission.
I love that the camera's focusing on the sword. It's very...
When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
After I returned to Inazuma,
Okay, I'm gonna snap this blade in
I decided
half.
to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse until Amenoma Yuya handed himself over to me on a silver platter. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Amenoma Yuya's body, I have found you. By your hand, I shall defeat the Raiden
I understand
Shogun.
now.
Kaede Harakazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is to come. Now, give your body over to me!
If that blade's, what, a few hundred years old? Right, give or take. Ow, I'm okay.
Emerge, right now. Emerge.
Only right
Here comes the catch. Wheel of life.
What was I saying? I feel like I was saying words. I don't know what I was saying anymore. Beating the shit out of him, though, that's all that matters.
Also, a trial of Kazuho, one of the most fucking busted characters in this game.
Oh wait, I wanna see if it'll... I wanna see what he has. Fillet blade.
Wait,
Noblesse oblige.
what?
Yeah.
What is that build? Wait, go back to his thing. How much EM does he have?
His EM? Let's see, yeah. 220?
220. God, why did they build him like this?
Anti-Kritsu. Where were we? Oh, he's dead already.
Do not stand in my way, or I will strike
Under
you
600.
down
What the
too.
fuck are you doing?
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost. I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man.
I mean, if I knock the man out and he can't hold the sword, if I just open up his hand and I grab you, and then I snap you in half, what will you do about it?
He is but a puppet that can be replaced. I can take a new
Fuck.
vessel at will. The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger. And even if I were to lose my physical form, it is but a small setback. My consciousness shall endure.
Sword Ghost! Wait, isn't that just fucking, what was it called? Honedge. There it is. That's where the Pokemon Honedge came from. Huh?
I was about to say that's just an Aegislash.
Oh, yeah, but that one also has the shield.
By any means
This one has no shield, this is
necessary,
just sword.
and any medium available, I shall return and fulfill
Oh, my mind goes straight to Aegislash. It's one of my favorite Pokemon.
It is a great Pokemon.
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and despair.
Mwah. Fucking tell him off, boy.
Really? You can tell all that just from his moves?
I mean, some of that's also from the way he
As
talks.
I've mentioned before, the The forms of Ishin art convey the user's thoughts and feelings. Since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you?
Yes, 100%, absolutely.
On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
You literally came to him to take his body.
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner, now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato
They are
witnessed
mint
his wife's
in condition
distress
in the box,
and
never been
decided to
touched,
sell
never
his
been
collectibles,
opened.
did you
Alright,
finally have an
the moment you
opportunity
open
to
it,
reach
it
out to
loses
Amenome
90% of
and
the
make your
value.
escape?
And what of it?
Well, that brings me to my second point. There's a despair in you that is so strong it threatens to overwhelm you. You were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition.
God, no,
the
please
cost.
no, Lexus. Absolutely
But
not.
this ambition is too grand and too heavy for you to bear. Each step you have taken has come at a great cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing everything you had achieved grew, and the more you wished to run
I
from
did
the
not.
truth.
I absolutely did not like that show. Like, very briefly I did, and then put some more thought into it. It's like, no, never mind. Probably hate that as a kid you read your dad's old comics and totally disintegrated. Personally, I think that's the way that should be done. Is like, yeah, you can admire them and look at them, but also, like, use them, like, especially things that have a purpose, like a comic book. Read it. Enjoy it.
But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has
Like, if you just
long
want the
since
art, then
become
just
a
get the
delusional fantasy.
Like, I recognize having, like, a good piece of art up, like covers and such, but, like,
Without any of this, I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life, even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
ooh.
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as
Tearing
you
this
made
sword
your
to-
journey
sword
to
to
honor
pieces.
this legacy, you treated
And you
the
come
ones
to take
who
over a
wielded
guy's
you as
body,
mere
but instead you
tools to
get
do your bidding.
lectured.
Getting lectured by a, what, 5'0" kid? No, not a kid, but...
How could you possibly unleash the full
A
potential
war
of
criminal who
Ishin art
probably
when you
gets
act in
There you go.
perfect discordance with the
5'0".
principle of harmony?
Alright, fine.
between
He's
blade
taller than
and its
B.
bearer?
Alright, a 5'2".
Yeah,
5'2"
he's
war
totally.
criminal.
Then
Is
again,
that-
that's not hard.
That's why I said 5'2". To be fair, isn't 5 foot even still taller than you?
Yeah.
5'3". I was close. 5 foot even is close enough.
Silence, you blabbering fool. I must achieve my goal. This was his life's dream, and the very purpose for which I was brought into being. I will concede that you are most perceptive. You see my predicament clearly. But you also underestimate my resolve.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called
Doesn't want to seem to learn.
reality. It is pointless to argue further. descendant of the Kaedahara clan.
Now, I just imagine you take the sword to therapy and it's like, you just set it on one of those, the long couches.
In exchange.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path.
And the therapist is like, so tell me your troubles.
I do not believe for a second that you can challenge
Or
the
no, better
almighty
yet.
Shogun in your current state.
He's still possessing the dude?
So let us make a bet.
But like the dude just
Well,
laying
put
on the
your
ground
strength to
and the
the
blade is
test.
laying on the couch, but like his arm's just like holding the like his arm is just up above him, holding the blade on the couch. Dude just on the ground.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince
Is
you.
this the weapon, the free weapon that we get?
Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as
Experience
for
it.
your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must
Let
release
you experience it.
Amenemuyuya from your control.
Okay.
I accept.
I want to take a cursed weapon into my fucking repertoire.
This is the
Am I
only
going
way
to-
to save
Wait a minute.
Amenemuyuya.
No.
If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor.
The blade has a heart?
What?
The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenemuyuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me.
Oh, he's putting so much faith in us. Look at those eyes.
We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Uno.
Kazuha?
I'm okay. I felt
Fine,
a
he's
little
good.
dizzy at first, but only for a moment.
You still look a little tired,
It's
my
all right.
dude.
So far, this was as I expected. I will. Thank you.
Look, your eyes already naturally look a little bit tired. You look like you just lost 3 days of sleep.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer,
That's a good question,
cannot
Kraken.
unleash its true power.
We'll see. We'll find out. Probably.
If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
I stuttered, Lexus. I had a stutter. It happens.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Ah, all right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenemuyuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenemuyuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet.
Alright, see you later,
He's not in
Lexus.
any
Thanks for
immediate
coming
danger.
by. Okay, so he's not himself yet.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
He'll probably be fine, I imagine. We'll keep him safe. Oh, cool. We're going back to that place that we were just at earlier today. I have a feeling I'm about to run out of stamina. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. Aha! I win. Blah, blah, blah. You were here earlier. You know the story. Thank you for the bonk.
Time to go. Leave everything on this journey to me.
Oh, I have to. Oh. I can only play as it. Wait, hello? When a normal charge or plunging attack hits an opponent, it will release an accursed spirit, dealing AoE damage equal to 180% of attack and restoring 100% of attack as HP. Holy shit! This effect can be triggered once every 8 seconds. The damage done by this weapon's wielder is decreased by 50%. What do you mean I do half as much damage? Besides...
Cursed right now.
Oh, it's still cursed. That's a good point. I can only use him to... Oh, dear.
It's fun.
Oh, God. Look how little damage we're doing.
Even with the shit they have on him, it is hard to make Kazuha bad.
The problem is now it's just going to take a while. Especially because I have no other elements besides his own animo. So I can't do any swirl.
I mean, there is the fire.
Oh, that is here. You're right. I forgot about that. I forgot I could do this.
The wind knows me.
Which is interesting because I used to, like, when I started this game, and I had Amber on my team with Animo Traveler, that's what I would do all the time. I would literally set the grass on fire with Amber, and then swirl.
So his burst helps with that a lot, too.
Jesus, his burst is fucking great. That was so cool.
He is one of the best characters in the game.
I'm alright.
There is a reason every time, like, people talk about, like, oh, what's the best teams to run for doing Spiral Abyss? Immediately the first thing he hears is, do you have Kazuha?
I thought Bennett was the only 6-star character.
Well, I mean, Bennett's an outlier.
We don't count Bennett. Bennett's too OP.
Though he's making
Bennett's an outlier.
I do not think he can last much longer.
Something else on your mind?
How strange.
To be fair, one of the most meta teams you could do is literally put Bennett and Kazuha on the same thing, on the same team.
I was about to say, that sounds like something that we should
That's what I'm running, and it's kind of stupid because I do it to set up what I want to do. Sometimes the enemy's dead before I can do what I want to do.
Time to go.
Well, but here's the thing. I don't have Kazuha, so shit out of luck.
When he comes around again, I say go for it. Also because even just using his skill is just fun for exploration too.
That's true. It's very, there's a lot of things where it's like, why is this Oculus a few feet up in the air higher than I can jump, and there's nothing around for me to jump off of?
It's my lucky day.
Alright, I need y'all to come over here, please.
Boom! My blade.
And sometimes I'm literally too lazy to do certain things. I'm just like, I'm gonna go grab Kazuha or Wanderer, and I'm just gonna do it that way.
Hi, would you like to give me my burst? No? Okay, there we go. Goodbye! Jesus Christ, okay.
Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield. He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
I mean, here's the thing. If he stays with us, we can go fight Raiden whenever we want. Like, that's literally just a domain we can go do. Hello? Chest? I am looking for chest.
Time to go.
No chest? Oh, no chest.
Time to go.
Yeah. Hold on one moment. I'm exploring. Okay, I'm ready. Oh.
Wind Strider.
What do you mean you were too far away? The fire was right there. Ow. Hey, you wanna get closer to this right here? Ow, ow, ow. Hold on, I'm on fire.
Cheap trick.
Ow, I'm fine. He fights like a Beyblade.
Time to go.
I mean, you're not wrong, but there's a lot of spinning happening. I'm good, I'm fine. I'm alive.
That was such a close call.
My apologies. In the end, I still needed your help.
Are you
Did you? I'm
okay?
pretty sure I never switched off you.
You were really struggling the entire fight.
Yes. And it looks like he's reached his limit.
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time, we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of junk.
God, it really does look like it's about to
If you
break.
choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken.
This is why proper maintenance and upkeep is important.
It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. I will never understand your obstinacy and cruelty, nor can I empathize with the one who made you. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
Here they are! Take them down!
Uh-oh.
Where do they keep coming from?
Look, they're like cockroaches, you know? They're always just hiding out in the walls.
Yup. We can help this time.
Don't worry. I'll use my own blade. It's just more of the same.
Okay, we're back to his original blade.
What's one more?
Wind Strider.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth.
Ignore me, I'm just here.
I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, I could not attain that perfect harmony that your personal blade does with you. Too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, I can only disguise my true appearance behind an outer sheen.
In other words, you weren't wrong. He really did have that angry look on his face. It was a mask.
Yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is. Perhaps I shall never reach that level of glory.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
It's a good blade. Comma, however.
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power: skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. It is the source of your mania and savagery. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you driven by Tatarigami was constantly trying to seize control of my body.
I sensed it, but I couldn't change it. It is an integral part of my consciousness.
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself have any intention of trying to fight it. I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on a journey bound for a destination you were destined never to reach. The moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only person who could have ever unleashed your true potential. And yet there was no way for you to turn your back on his ambition. You have known this for a long time. It is the true source of your despair.
Kazuha, can you be my therapist?
He gave me everything.
Or like a guest therapist?
My life,
Is that a thing?
My form, my consciousness, and purpose.
Like I know some fencing. I did fencing for about 1.5 years. What can you glean from me? How much?
How could I possibly deny him his wish?
Actually, maybe I don't want to know the answer to that question.
I said to him, "Do not worry. From here on, I shall forge your legacy." How could I go back on my word?
I believe our bet is now settled. I have nothing further to say.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. Let's give him some time to reflect on things.
What about Yuya? What about the man? Is the guy gonna be... Oh, also, where's my treasure chest? Where's my reward? Excuse you?
When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I
Oh,
was
there's one right there.
transported to a strange dimension. It was somewhere I've never been. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed, his frail face barely visible under the moonlight. His breaths were weak, and his life near its end. A newly forged blade lay by his side, listening attentively to his final words.
Wow. That was the Blade's memory, wasn't it?
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth behind everything that had happened. The Ishin art had been dealt a devastating blow by the desertion of its best smiths. He spent the rest of his life in the forge, not to vent his frustration and hatred, but to atone for his actions. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the Fatui, but he could never again return to his homeland. His sole wish was to one day return his single, proudest creation back to the land of his birth.
No. What it did was you didn't put a space between the period and haha, so it thinks it's a link.
So he instructed this sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma.
That's probably
no
what
matter
it's
how
considered.
long or how hard the journey. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliantly as blade and smith. That they were still worthy of being trusted.
So that's the true story. But after that, the blacksmith's intentions were warped by the Tatarigami, slowly turning his proud creation into the cursed blade of today.
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known that the power he worked with was that of the Tatarigami. The hatred within that power is what sent the blade down its ill-fated path. This blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its original master. No one was there to correct its errors when it was losing its way.
I've never heard Paimon be called the Exposition Fairy, and yet it's incredibly accurate.
Yeah, pretty much.
Shame it's too late now.
Yes, it is too late. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, his ambition remained stubbornly stuck at that fleeting moment at the dawn of his journey. He seems to have calmed down, though. Let's go and check in.
Punisher, you're not still thinking about that cake, are you? I forgot about the treasure chest. It's fine. I'll have a moment.
Past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt
It's too late
I
to eat
owed
the
him
cake.
for
Get rid of
giving
it.
me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Over time, I
All right,
lost
your
sight
funeral.
of the difference
I'm not paying for it.
between gratitude and grudge. Not only did I fail to fulfill his
What song do you want played at your funeral?
I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, I will honor the agreement and release Amenoma Yuya. But I still cannot bring myself to forsake his ambition. It is the entire purpose for my existence. So, may I ask you to help me fulfill the ambitions of myself and my creator?
Hey! Now you're adding yours into the mix, too? Jeez, don't push your luck, mister.
It has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Amenoma Yuya as promised. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be of some value to you.
His attitude has grown a lot milder.
Look, sometimes when you're angry, you just need to break some stuff. It's fine.
What do you think, Kazuha? Should we give him a chance?
Let's hear it.
Thank you all.
You know, really get that aggression out.
When I was first forged, my maker
I
was
mean, that's what
already
those
terminally
rooms are for. That you can
Exactly. I
rent
want to
out.
go to one of those one day.
that he had
I
wanted
do
me
too.
to have the
I feel like I need to.
grandest opening battle.
I think
Either
it'd be
both
fun.
Lettering or just because it looks fun.
Also that. It's like, yes, get out some emotions, but also
So
we get to
you
break
just
a
wanna
bunch of
smash
shit.
shit because it's funny.
Alas, after that, he never rose from his sickbed again. Nor have I ever had the chance to prove myself in battle since. My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. They were merely the next step in my never-ending journey. The next in a long line of transgressions. You are a fine warrior. I would like to request your hand in battle and experience a true duel between samurai.
Why does it sound like a marriage proposal?
Oh. And
I
who
will
be the opponent?
Punisher. I will try to remember.
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore his consciousness. Perhaps after that, you can convince him to commit to a fight with you. He must have plenty of reasons to both hate me and desire a good fight.
Okay, so Yuya will remember this. That telltale sign in the upper left appears. It says Yuya will remember this.
Understood. Then let's start by waking him up and seeing if he has the stamina and will to fight.
I feel like he'd be pretty tired at this point. I don't think he slept in the last few days.
I see. He used
Oh, he
my
did not
body
remember this.
to inflict harm on others. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true to your agreement by releasing me, he must still have some remaining semblance of honor. If a duel can help to set this state of affairs in order, I am willing to put myself forward. I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll vouch for your innocence to the Tenryo Commission.
Thanks for your help. Who knows how this would have ended without your intervention?
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. We can't stay here. In any case, for a final duel, I think we should aim for a greater sense of ceremony.
Let me get this chest before I leave. Thank you.
More speed.
I don't think I'll be able to come back. Yeah, primos, but not enough. We're almost there for a 10 pull.
Yeah, I'm saving.
I know you are, but I'm not.
I
don't save.
I should hit 10k in the next week.
Jesus Christ. They're 160 each. 10k, that's at least 90 pulls.
Yeah, it's still not a lot.
No, considering 90 is the max pity.
I'm at 62 pity. This is me having to take into account that I might lose the 50-50.
Look, you'll be fine. You're going
but
to get...
here's the thing. I want to win the 50-50 because here's the thing. 4.2, I'm pretty sure Farina's coming.
I'm in a bit of the crux clash. Yep, we still can't
I want my Archon.
even now.
Your girl failure?
My favorite girl failure. That is my daughter.
Can I at least be your second favorite girl failure? Is that fine?
That's fine.
Yay! That's all I need.
Still, even if he's way past the point of redemption,
Look, I just love a girl who doesn't know what she's doing.
sorry for him. Are you ready?
I feel like I've just lived my entire life like that.
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art, Kaedahara Kazuha.
Successor of Amenoma art, Amenome Yuya.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor also.
Oh, okay, we have fight time. Oh, I wonder how it's changed. Hold on. The damage done by the weapon's wielder is decreased by 50%. Nope, same exact Oh. Oh. Base attack 510. Attack percentage 0.
I never actually looked at that when I did that.
It just got worse. That's all that happened. It just got worse. That's it. You have an attack of 1725, which is could be better actually. That's not great. Ow!
He doesn't need attack.
He kind of does right now when I'm the one fighting.
Kazuha is just give him Animo bonus and EM.
Yeah, but
he will be fine.
I need him to have attack at the moment since he's the one attacking.
Wind strike. The clouds high. The birds call.
Time to go.
The only reason I say door is his skill cooldown is like nothing.
Wind strike.
I love that we turned into Chi-Chi real fast right at the end.
Although he appears battered and broken, in your hands it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance.
We're almost done.
His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away. But that same sense of determination remains strong.
You also fought well. I'm sure he relished the experience. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
Imagine that voice coming out of fucking Kazuha.
You need not seek my forgiveness, nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone and not let them stain the legacy of Ishin art. I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust Mr. Kaedehara to do the right thing.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish.
The fucking vocals!
He'd like to visit the Amenoma smithy. Maybe we can go back there together.
Maybe he can get some repairs.
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Hi, when are we gonna tell that one woman that her husband's probably dead? And the kids that their father is gone?
She'll figure it out.
Should we not... Should we not, you know... help with... I guess the Tenryou Commission can deal with that. That's their problem. I'm not a grief counselor.
Oh, it's Yuya! You have returned!
I am sorry to have troubled you.
It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
We tell you
prized
everything that happened, and
machine
boy, is it a lot.
Turned weapon that controls the human mind. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity.
God, what was the fucking line in Futurama?
But I have some good news as well. Ryuji from the Bonton Sango Detective
I don't know how to tell
Agency
you, so I'm just going to tell it to
tells me
Fry.
that they've
No, not
found
good
the
news,
missing
everybody.
Mr. Nagato.
I don't know how to tell you this. I'm going to tell Fry, and he's going to blurt it out. And then I think it was Fry, anyways. They found Mr. Nagato. Is he dead?
Yes, badly wounded, but
He's alive! Oh shit, that means he still has a bunch of debt, and now he has a medical debt on top of that. Fuck.
And now that Yuya is back, it seems like the final ending to this story is a happy one after all.
I mean, everyone's alive, sure.
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade whispering?
Like, physically, maybe. Mentally, are you sure about that?
Yeah, I mean, having even a little bit of being possessed by dark primal energy.
Yes. He said he wants to take control of me for a brief moment.
What? No way! Hasn't it learned its lesson?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill his maker's wish. And he assures me that he won't use my body for anything nefarious. I have decided to let him do it. Thank you. I will explain my reasons later. Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Now he's either going to die, or he's going to repair himself, or get repaired. One or the other.
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness.
He's fine. It's okay. I knew it. He's going to... Okay, technically I was right on both counts. Going to kill and reforge himself.
You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is...
I feel like this isn't how this works, but you know what? I'm not a blacksmith.
I'm not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands. It will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all.
Like, unless we're breaking it apart to then reuse it as smelting material. But that is absolutely not what happened.
This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
Like, literally all he did was heat it up and start pounding it with a hammer. Pretty sure...
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really, really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes than see him punished for them. I understand.
It's called forge
Perhaps
welding?
this is a flaw in my personality. I've always been captivated by grand aspirations.
Tell me more, Maya.
Hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Cool. Does that mean I get you for free and I don't need to wait for a 5-star pull for you? No? Then I don't have your assistance whenever I need it.
Wait, shouldn't we also
I mean, you have me and Lexus, so you do.
That is technically correct. Just not in Archon Quest.
Oh, you're right. We need to tell him about the findings of our investigation. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Oh god, we're still going. We're almost done. And then I need to get food.
Take it easy.
You get both pieces of white hot. Well, yes, you can beat them together, but that was only one piece. That was only one sword. There was no new material added onto it.
You've returned.
To be fair,
I hear
that
the
sword
issue
was
has been
also
resolved.
talking.
Though this was a treacherous investigation indeed, we're most fortunate that no lives were
Fair
lost.
enough.
The Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse. The investigation into Amanome Yuya should conclude soon. I do not believe he will be charged with any crime.
No, it was not cracked. Well, I guess it was just cracked. I don't know if they were gashes or it was just cracked. It might have just been cracked.
Wow, you sure kept your ear to the ground.
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please, take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin. A weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey across the nations, learning more about this blade as I go.
I see.
Can't just beat that out.
I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths, so it is only proper for me to continue on this
Magic.
path.
Got it.
Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in
I also never took the
conflicts
handle
between
off.
the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand. That was most certainly not our intent.
I am aware, but I still desire to continue walking my own path.
Very well, I can understand. Then let's pretend this offer was never raised. However, if you should ever change your mind or find yourself in need of the Shogunate's assistance, please do not hesitate to inform me.
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
I'll probably take to the seas with Captain Beto again for now. As for my next destination, let's see where the wind takes me.
Then all of a sudden, the wind just blows a fucking leaf right into his face. All right. Oh my god, we did it. We went an hour late again.
After our last
Oops.
conversation with Nahida, Paimon was ready to ask her a million more questions.
Automatically started the quest.
Didn't want to seem too pushy.
It did something. It's fine.
Yeah, it automatically started the
Power Tales?
no, the fucking the inversion Genesis.
Let me see what it's currently locked onto. Yeah.
I mean, it's in Sumeru.
Yep, the Nightbirds. Okay, anyways, but that's it for tonight. Oh my god. Oops. We
But
went
at
another
least
hour.
now, next week, we can get that done.
Assuming nothing drastic happens in the next week, yes.
As for your brother, so many questions.
Yes, thank you all so much for joining us.
Nahida and see what else we can
Apologies for going late. Let us see who there is to raid if y'all want to raid someone, because I'm going to get some food. As we get this raid going. Okay. Tuesday, Tuesday, we should continue Recalock. I'm at the Elite 4. I have 8 badges.
Oh,
At
nice.
this point, if I lose all my lives, we are not restarting. We lose. The end. But we're there. I just need to grind up some Pokemon levels and we'll be ready. Grusha, okay, Grusha scared the shit out of me up until I got a Gastrodon, and then I was fine.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
Like, Camerupt was going to be good, but some of them had water moves. That would have been bad. Gastrodon, savior. Anyways.
Camerupt, my beloved.
Look, Camerupt was still very good in that fight, just not against 2 of the Pokemon. Anyways. Do you want... Let's see here. Oh, do we go Mothmom or do we go Madia? We haven't done Madia in a bit. Let's do Madia.
One more day off and knock out
Madia's
the
playing
rest of the
Baldur's
work
Gate.
once I'm
Y'all
feeling
have fun
up
with
to it.
Madia. Be nice. Have fun. Have yourself a great rest of your weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday for Recalock. And everything else, we'll see what happens. And if things happen in the video game world, we will not be playing Genshin next week. But if we're lucky, we'll be fine. But we'll see what happens. Keep your eyes and ears open. All right, bye. Love you all. Thanks for joining me. Be any last words?
Oh no, I'm here. I have 420 mushrooms.
Just plays. Good night, everyone.